the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour one more time, 3 shows in one day. Come on. Who else do you know on YouTube that can pull off 3 shows in one day? Okay, there's Lovely T and Kid Fire, but we're talking about people you know personally. That would be me. Welcome into the 5 people here. Hello, Phil Mecker. Hello, Florenton. Glad to have you here. Hello to 5 people here. So, yes, you, and you. Yes, y'all know we talk about theme park stuff over here all the time, but if I can be real with y'all, what's been coming out of the theme park sector recently on YouTube has been very blasé, lackadaisical, and it's just been, it's almost like the blot from Epic Mickey. It just took all the color out. What do I mean by this? Pokemon was announced that it's going to be coming to the United States. Whoop-de freaking fucking do. I say that because how long has that been rumored, right? And then we find out Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift is coming to Florida. And Universal missed out on a huge opportunity. But tonight, I think I have some solutions that I think everybody's going to be happy with. So, with that being said, let's get to it because higher is waiting. Lower is available, but either way, y'all know the rest of the damn words, don't you? Either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Good to see all of you here. So we're going to get started. Now, I'm going to use this as a jump-off point to be able to get to where we need to get to for San Francisco and Simpsons World. Now, personally, I think Simpsons is more of an adult cartoon for Universal than for Disney because they don't want to bring Family Guy. Can you imagine Quagmire? Oh, all right. Get good day. Oh, Minnie Mouse is looking good today. No. So what makes you think Simpsons is going to go over to Disney World? We're going to talk about all that tonight, okay? So we're going to kick it off with this, though. Yes, indeed. By the way, shout out to the 8 people that were here. That was very kind. That was awesome. Thank you. So This is taking Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon, and we're transforming it, okay? Now, like I said, we got Pokemon, right? I was like, what can we do with Pokemon? And y'all know Super Mario Odyssey, how Mario becomes electricity, right? And Pikachu is electricity. So let's get into it. So here we go here. Love this mashup. This feels perfectly in line with Nintendo's playful chaos while giving Universal a true next-gen Mario Dark ride. Here's a fully realized transformation of Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon into New Donk City Hall, Power Up Panic. So attraction name New Donk City Hall Power Up Panic, a 3D motion simulator adventure starring Mario, Luigi, and Pokemon. Location, Universal Studios, Florida. Ride system, trackless 3D motion simulator vehicles, 8 to 10 riders per vehicle. Tone, wacky, fast, musical, fourth wall breaking, Saturday morning cartoon energy. So the story overview. New Donk City is hosted its biggest celebration ever at New Donk City Hall, a cross-world cultural festival welcoming Pokemon into the Mushroom Kingdom. But things go sideways when Pikachu accidentally overloads the city's power moves, supercharging New Donk City Hall and causing the entire city grid to go haywire. Now, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, and Yoshi, of course, and a surprise Pokemon squad must race through the city to stabilize the power before New Donk City turns into a glowing, bouncing, electrified mess. You're not just riders, you are Nintendo City assistants recruited to help restore balance, or you will be New Donk City assistants at that. So the lower level queue, Nintendo Legacy Lobby. So, the New Donk City guides or Nintendo guides here in Mushroom Kingdom style uniforms welcome guests and hand them a character ticket featuring Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, Pikachu, and Eevee, or Ash. Each ticket has a glowing accent color, a subtle sound effect when tapped, and a character icon used later in the ride visuals. So the Legacy walkthrough, guests move through a beautifully curated Nintendo History Museum organized by eras, the NES era, original consoles, cartridges, and pixel art, SNES and Nintendo 64 era, Mario Kart, Zelda, Pokemon Red and Blue, GameCube and Wii era, motion gaming displays in the Switch era, interactive digital walls with Mario gameplay. Memorabilia includes oversized cartridges, developer sketches, and animated timelines, narrated by Toad. I'm Toad! I love spaghetti! Cut it out. All right. And Professor Oak lightning transition moment. As guests reach the end of the lower lobby, the lights dim, the music swells, the room glows the color of their character ticket. Doors open to the upper level as if they're being called into the game. So the upper level queue is the New Donk City Festival Hall. The space feels alive, like a city plaza inside Nintendo's universe. Live performance stage, seasonal performers sing Mario themes, Pokemon songs, and Nintendo mashups, jazz, pop, and orchestral versions. Between performances, massive LED screens show Mario Odyssey and Pokemon gameplay. Characters occasionally interrupt the screens with jokes. Interactive stations throughout the queue, Nintendo postcard decks. Guests create and send digital postcards feature their character ticket, Mario, Pokemon artwork, messages sent to in-park screens or email. Retro game pods play short, retro-style mini games, Mario jump challenges, Pokemon capture timing games. High scores appear on leaderboard screens. Meet and greets, rotating appearances by Mario and Luigi, Peach and Toad, Pikachu, Eevee, and seasonal Pokemon. So the pre-show, New Donk City Hall briefing. Guests enter a grand chamber inside New Donk City Hall. Mayor Pauline appears. For the first time ever, Mayor Pauline is a part of Super Nintendo World. I know. Welcoming everyone until the lights flicker. Pikachu pops onto the screen. Pikachu! Excitedly charging a power moon generator. Sparks fly. Screens glitch. City systems overload. Mario and Luigi rush in. Luigi panics. Mario confidently says, "Let's go fix this." Guests are assigned to power up patrol vehicles to help restore balance. Ride experience. Scene 1, City Power Surge. Vehicles launch through New Donk City streets. Power lines bounce. Traffic lights spin. Pokemon dash across rooftops. Pikachu zips overhead, unintentionally causing chaos. Mario shouts encouragement. Luigi screams a lot. Scene 2, Mayor's guests chase away a runaway power moon through skyscrapers, subway tunnels, festival floats, Pokemon bow pop-ups that humorously go wrong. Motion and 3D effects create drop spins instead of warp pipe transitions. Scene 3, multi-world collision. The city glitches into Mushroom Kingdom and Pokemon regions. Goombas dodge Pokeballs. Koopas panic near Pokemon gyms. Yoshi races past Snorlax blocking the road. Your character ticket color subtly affects on-screen effects of which characters you cheer on. Then, of course, City Hall Showdown. This is scene 4. Back at New Donk City Hall, Pikachu realizes the mistake, teams up with Mario to redirect the energy. Guests help stabilize the power moons with synchronized vehicle motion. Big musical finale, confetti, fireworks, and Pauline sings a victory note. And yes, we can add jump up superstar to that. Okay, yes, indeed, we can. So finale, New Donk City is restored, now glowing just around Mount. Mario thanks you. Luigi bows nervously, and Pikachu gives a triumphant post-show exit the Nintendo shop. Guests descend downstairs into a Nintendo Mega Shop featuring ride exclusive merch, New Donk City Hall apparel, Pikachu Mario crossover plush, Power Moon collectibles and character ticket replica pins, Mario and Pokemon collections, games, apparel, home goods, limited seasonal items. Why this works: keeps the high capacity motion similar footprint, elevates Nintendo intellectual property storytelling, introduces Pokemon organically into Mario's world, creates a music-driven, comedic, and family-friendly e-ticket, turns the queue into a destination, not a wait. So, how about that, right? That's taken Jimmy Fallon and elevating it. Now, that's that there, right? So we got New Donk City charging up now through Pikachu. Now everything's balanced. Well, go-karts need electricity too, right? Right. Okay. So, with that being said, let's get to this here. Right here, Rainbow Road, the ultimate ride, Land Anchor Park headliner, ride system and feasibility important for realism, ride system hybrid, high-speed launch coaster, intimate / maxed out indoor-outdoor segments, dual rail LED track system similar to Tron and Cosmic Rewind Tech Evolution, onboard audio and light synchronization or sync, height and scale maximum height 140 to 160 feet, top speed 62 to 68 miles per hour, almost 70 miles per hour. Okay, track length 5,200 feet, ride time 2 minutes 45 seconds to 3 minutes and 10 seconds, which, by the way, both of those times are better than Tron Light Cycle Run, which lasts only a minute. Yeah. This makes it faster than Hagrid's, longer than Velocicoaster, and more spectacular driven than Rip Ride Rocket. So the ride vehicles, the Mario Kart Racers, vehicle design, 8 passenger trains, 2 rows of 4 individual seats, shaped like Mario Kart chassis, lap bars, themed as steering columns, LED underglow reacts to speed boost, item impacts and star power moments. Each train is themed as a team: Mario and Luigi, Peach and Daisy, Brown Yoshi Squad, green, red, blue, and yellow. Browser Koopaling's guests don't choose the character. Rebrand incentive is built in. So the track and visual design, Rainbow Road realized. Floating track illusion, elevated spine hidden by star-filled projection domes, mist and lime voice, strategic use of blackout zones to erase depth perception. Signature elements, Star Boost, launch LED track flares, white gold as speed increases, Galaxy corkscrew in inverted roll inside a rotating star tunnel, warp pipe drop, sun vertical dip with a green light vortex. So imagine you are actually going through the pipe for the very first time. Now you can go through the pipe in Epic Universe. We're talking about actually riding the ride, and you actually are going through the green pipe. You can also go through it Bowser's House, but this is on a roller coaster. Okay, zero gravity illusion, darkness, silent beat drop, sudden light explosion, and launch. music choice system. This is genius, by the way. Thank you, ChatGPT. Thank you. Load in selection, guest select using their steering wheel buttons and dashboard LED. So the confirmed tracks: Mario Kart main theme, Era remix system, Rainbow Road in SNES, Nintendo 64 Switch Melody, Luigi Mansion Groove remix, Bowser Boss Battle EDM, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat Star Power Hypermix. So in Rip Ride Rocky, you had the speakers right here. The speakers will be right here as you are driving your cart through the sky on Rainbow Road. Okay. Advanced Sync Tech music dynamically controls track color temperature. Boost timing. Item hit sound effects. Woo. Fireworks finale pattern. This makes the ride functionally different every time. Act 1, the hack. So this is the ride beat map, story experience ride beat map. Act 1, the hack Q video reveals Bowser hijacking Rainbow Road. Q2 recruits riders as emergency racers. Act 2, the race collapsing track sections. Blue shell near misses. Womp slam moments. Anti-gravity turns through neon galaxies. At 3, star power music intensifies. Track turns pure white gold. Max speed launch through star tunnel. And then finale victory lap. Speed reduces. There we go. Speed reduces. Fireworks erupt overhead. Coins burst in LED cascades. Character voice lines rotate by vehicle. We did and Mamma Mia. Q and pre-show experience. Exterior. Floating Rainbow Road arch. Moving LED track overhead. Ambient Mario Kart. Crowd sounds. Interior Q. Toll Run Race Control Center. Screen showing live race telemetry. Easter eggs from every Mario Kart era. Pre-show, Bowser crashes the system. Rainbow Road destabilizes, emergency race authorization issue. Capacity operations, hourly capacity 1,700 to 2,000 guests. Dual load station, weather resistant, a resilient lighting system. Nighttime becomes the definitive experience. So imagine you are at University of Florida at night, and then as you're walking, you're seeing the whole LED Rainbow Road track around you. Like, hello, how are you not going to want to get on that? That's more exciting to me than Fast and Furious. I'm sorry. Like, Fast and Furious is not even that movie franchise like it used to be now. For the actors, the staff, and the crew, of course, they are not complaining about the checks they get, but the reason why I am bringing this to y'all attention is because Harry Potter, you got at University of Florida, you got at Islands of Adventure, you got Epic Universe, and Nintendo's going to have to do the same thing. We talked about in the Epic Universe expansion how, Aldefino could replace the Kids Zone area. Well, not the Kids Zone area, but the Cartoon Lagoon. How it could replace that and make that, Super Mario Sunshine. But hey, we'll see how Nintendo's going to be spread out, because it's going to have to be. Exit experience, gift shop, finish line factory, custom racer jackets, glow wheels and LED hats, on ride photo with Rainbow Road overlay, choose your track, final style soundtrack merch. Why this is a perfect headliner, appeals to all ages, extreme thrill without being too intense, massive re-ride value, nighttime icon for the park, expands Mario Kart Beyond screen-based rides. So now you got New Donk City Hall, and then right after you went through New Donk City, well, you gotta leave from the land to the sky, right? So it's all right there. So thank you. Now, we had to jump off that. Hang on. You propose this in another area of Universal Studios Florida now that Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift is announced, or do you not see perhaps being at Islands of Adventure? Potentially at Islands of Adventure. I don't know how they could do a roller coaster. I know that they have the Poseidon's Fury thing going on right now, but because they said it's going to be Zelda. Hey, Maverick, Gainey, welcome in. They said that's going to be Zelda, so I don't really know. Now, Universal, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you build a great roller coaster, they are going to come. But I promise you that this plan that I'm giving is a way better plan than what y'all are doing. No disrespect to y'all, but I'm just keeping it a buck with people. So I know what everybody is now thinking. Well, Bray, this is good, but what about Fast and Furious Supercharged? I'm so glad you asked. Let's talk about that, shall we? Just in case y'all do not know, so in case you guys do not know, this is Fast and Furious Supercharged, right? So this is the ride here.
I get to help people find.
As you can see, as you can see here, Universal's worst ride, right?
Right tech every day, and if you're
so all of this, right? Now I will say that this, I will have to say that because they actually brought in like the vehicles from the movies and stuff. So like, if nothing else, it's the third. So here's the pre-show.
Every time he races, he wins. Every time he wins, he throws a party. And guess what? You guys are all invited. Are you excited? I see a party going or something. Yeah, they just got here. You want?
So all that there, and then you got Ludacris there, Big Luda. There. Now this is the ride. Now they're getting onto these buses. Okay. I'm skipping around just to show you the redundancy of this ride.
My man Hobbs wants to talk directly to y'all, so I'm patching him through now.
My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service, and as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge. There's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. An international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. But Shaw's as ruthless as that.
We're going to keep you safe from shop, but to keep you safe, we need your phone. So please turn off your cell phones and put away your cameras.
So you're basically on one track, right? It's basically, I play it like this. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway has more energy.
Flash your ringtone, give us the way.
So that was the party with Tyrese.
This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party. I don't work for you.
Oh, really?
Everything yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
That ugly suit on, man.
And all these are great.
Really pissed off shop.
And here we go.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now, or you all get fried!
This is our case.
It's spring. That's all it is. It's just spring. Now, I will say this, right? It is a good way to stay cool. But besides that, nobody could give two damns about this ride. Now, this ride is going to be closing. So I kind of had to think about what brand, right, could come through in a way that will be good for families and good for families, good for kids, and good for the adults too. So I just want to show y'all a little game, if you don't mind. So this is called Super Monkey Ball. I don't know if y'all heard of it. I play this all the time on Nintendo games. That's I. Now, I and his friends and the Minions have something in common. They have bananas in common. So this is Jungle Island World 1. I want to try to get through.
Ready? Go! Ready? Go!
So as you can see, that is the concept. Now, you're thinking San Francisco, right? San Francisco, it's got water, right? We see water there, right? We see also, too, we see palm trees. So you see this world building, right? So I was thinking, okay, you got water, you got plants, you got all that. And in the jungle, right? You know, there are animals, just like there's animals at sea with jaws. Follow me here, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that being said, here is a little more here. This is expert level here. Here we go.
Ready? Go! Roll!
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go!
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Long Play Archive for this. Bringing back some memories. We'll do one more stage here. Oh yeah, that turns 360. Yeah. There it is. So, I think the land that the ride that I would do for replacing, you know, Fast and Furious Supercharged, I would do Super Monkey Ball at Universal Studios Florida. Here it is right here, right? So, build a Super Monkey Ball immersive ride experience themed around the popular Sega franchise, where guests navigate through vibrant courses and environments inspired by the video game series, combining physical sets, dynamic track ride systems, and interactive technology. Justification: the Super Monkey Ball intellectual property is globally recognized and family-friendly, fitting well with Universal's blend of thrill and character-driven attractions. A unique experience like this can broaden Universal's guest appeal and provide a contrast to existing roller coasters and screen-based rides. Yes, remember, Universal needs more family rides, right? Follow me here. So, of course, Phase 0 feasibility and concept. Sorry, y'all. I'm always networking. Phase 0 feasibility and concept development. 2025 to 2026 goal: prepare early concept art, design outlines, feasibility studies, conduct market research on Super Monkey Ball fandom, expected attendance impact, and ride tech requirements. Consult with Universal Creative, the in-house design team, about compatible ride systems, motion simulator, trackless dark ride, hybrid spinning vehicles. Explore interactive elements like ball navigation themes, multiplayer scoring, and augmented reality integration. Deliverables: concept renderings, rough footprint study of the existing supercharged space, and preliminary ride system. So Phase 1, pre-construction and approvals, late 2026 to early 2027. Goal: secure approvals and begin structural planning before supercharged permanently closes. Advanced blueprints and engineering analysis with Universal Creative contract partners. Preserve existing infrastructure that can be reused: power systems, loading areas, backstage access. Ensure design blends with the San Francisco area into the park, matching architectural and thematic consistency. Key consideration: do not touch Anemone Island or the Jaws ride footprint. Your project should strictly utilize the existing supercharged space, the supercharged show building, and queue footprint. This respects the user's requirement and ensure classic areas remain untouched. So we're just elevating the San Francisco area. Phase 2 closure demolition 2027. After supercharge closes, start demolition and space preparation. Carefully deconstruct the supercharged show building and clearance of ride system. Preserve any salvageable infrastructure to minimize costs. Use this buffer period to finalize ride theming and install underground utilities. Phase 3 construction installation 2027 to 2029. Goal: build out the Super Monkey Ball ride. Ride features could include trackless dark ride vehicles representing monkeys and balls, navigating one's course, interactive game style scoring, guest influence, ride effects with physical buttons or gestures. So think of Toy Story Midway Mania energy. Themed immersive themed environments. Courses similar to iconic Super Monkey Ball worlds, jungle, ice, carnival, and space. Multimedia integration, projection mapping, physical sets, dynamic lighting, and music. Guest experience enhancements, a vibrant queue with playable arcade kiosks tied back to Super Monkey Ball, a merchandise shop with exclusive collectibles at exit. Phase 4 here, soft opening, grand launch 2029. Create buzz with a phase open strategy. Invite influencers and press for previews. Offer annual pass holder soft openings. Launch seasonal game challenges and summer courses. Why this plan works: utilizes the soon-to-be vacant supercharged space, keeps Anemone Island Jaws intact, introduces a fresh, interactive, family-friendly attraction, aligns with Universal's trend of intellectual-driven experiences, avoids major land retheming or park disruption. So, with all that being said, you can also integrate a Universal app minigame that links ride scores to park rewards, exclusive merchandise themed collection, and expand ties with Super Monkey Ball characters in seasonal events or pop-up shows so you can meet AI and his friends. Now, here is the ride. You ready? Super Monkey Ball Roll of the Bay. Let's get into it. A next generation immersive attraction for Universal Studios Florida, location San Francisco area, former Fast and Furious supercharged show building. Stas does not touch Anemone Island or Jaws, so the ride type and system. Ride system trackless, spinning vehicles, next evolution Ratatouille and Mario Kart Tech. Vehicles are gyro stabilized spheres with control tilt and spin. Each vehicle seats 4 riders. Subtle motion tricks simulate rolling without disorientation. While this works, you feel like you're inside the ball itself. Family friendly but thrilling, rideable with multiple paths and outcomes. So the story overview: Dr. Bad Boon. This is the premise. Dr. Bad Boon has hijacked the Golden Banana Reactor, destabilizing Monkey Island's gravity fields. I and his friends need you to help roll through chaotic courses around Monkey Island and the San Francisco Bay to help restore balance before the island collapses into the ocean. Tone, bright, connect, playful chaos. Sega arcade energy meets Universal spectacle. Humor, momentum, and heart. So the queue experience 15 to 20 minutes. San Francisco street facade still looks like a warehouse / wharf building. Subtle Super Monkey Ball branding hitting in posters, crates, and neon signs. Sega Easter eggs everywhere. Number 2, Sega Research Lab, the pre-show area, animatronic media hybrid pre-show. Mimi, Gong Gong, and Baby animated on screens with physical props. Dr. Babu appears in a larger-than-life projection. Story beat: gravity is broken. Monkey Island needs skilled rollers. Guests are told they'll be placed into prototype monkey balls. Each ball responds to momentum, balance, and teamwork. Interactive queue games, digital tilt tables guests can play while waiting. High scores appear on screens near low platform. Foreshadows ride mechanics. Low platform vehicles resemble clear acrylic monkey balls. LED lighting reacts to motion. Ride ops act as Sega technicians, so the ride layout and scene. So this is 6-7 minutes. Scene 1: Monkey Island launch. Environment: lush green jungle, giant bananas, waterfalls, rolling platforms. There are waterfalls in San Francisco. There's many plants in San Francisco, okay? And listen, they eat bananas in San Francisco. So ding, 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 okay? Ride motion, gentle roll and tilt. Vehicles choose the left or right path randomly. Scene 2, jungle mayhem, collapsing bridges, swinging logs, races alongside you on screens. Effect highlights 4 tilts, air burst, and banana scent. The smellitizers, yes. Scene 3, volcano rush. Lava flows beneath glass floors. Heat blast, fast spins, and drop solution based Dr. Bad Boom taunts riders. Scene 4, San Francisco Bay transition. So we're bringing San Francisco Bay inside the ride. Big moment. Monkey Island crashes through dimensions into a stylized San Francisco Bay. Golden Gate Bridge stylized as Super Monkey Ball geometry. Cable cars become rolling platforms. Fog effects roll through the room. This scene just visually justifies the ride San Francisco land placement. Scene 5, Dr. Bad Boom showdown. Dr. Bad Boom and a massive mechanical contraption. Riders must stabilize the reactor. Interactive moment. Riders lean together to influence vehicle motion. Teamwork determines how smoothly you escape. Scene 6, Golden Banana finale. Gravity stabilizes. Island locks back in place. Confetti bananas fall from ceiling, projection and lighting. You rolled like champions. Unload and exit. Exit shop banana split. Very clever there. Plush monkey balls. Sega Universal Apparel. Glow in the dark bananas. Ride score souvenirs. QR links up. Why is this a home run? Places Fast and Furious space perfectly, keeps it in the island and jaws untouched, brings Sega representation to Universal. And by the way, like I said, Super Monkey Ball was on GameCube on Nintendo, so there's the Nintendo connection. Family thrill crossover, extremely re-rideable, fits San Francisco theming narratively, and potential to expand to a mini Sega presence. Yeah, I told you. I wasn't playing with y'all on this. So I think that will satisfy families and the big adults, because I don't know if anybody who doesn't love Super Monkey Ball. I think that would probably be the best solution. Now, with Super Monkey Ball, now where Fast and Furious is in this idea I have, we got to deal with the Simpsons. Now, personally, I don't think the Simpsons are going to go away. I mean, the social media engagement that they have there, not to mention, it's the only place where you can get Duff beer in the world. It's the only place where you can get a Big Donuts. The only place where the Simpsons are alive. That's exclusivity. Come on now. That's basically the Marvel rights, right? Come on now. So, if you don't know, Universal got the theme park rights to Marvel in perpetuity as long as they keep it on the straight and narrow. So I was trying to think, what could we do for this? And I think everybody knows a guy named Yoshi. Is in the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, I want to bring your attention to some video games, if you don't mind, everybody. So we're going to look at this first. Okay. Right here. Here we go. Oh no. I don't have this game, but I want to. It's so cute. Reminds me of Yoshi's Island, huh? Now, of course, they can't recreate every single thing, but that was Yoshi's Crafted World. So, arts and crafts, yarn is very soft, very playful, very dynamic, right? Now, we're going to go from that to this game. This is a new game coming out here. Here we go.
One day, on the island where Yoshi and his friends live, a talking book named Mr. E suddenly falls from the sky. It looks like the book has information within its pages about unusual creatures. But it can't actually see what's written down. So Yoshi jumps in to help investigate. First, let's study this flower-like creature. We found it right away. It tastes kind of sweet. You can carry this creature on your back. Touch flower buds with it, and they'll bloom. As you wander through the book, you'll make all sorts of discoveries about the creatures you find. And those discoveries will be written down. Hey, we found some dandelions. Touch them and they'll scatter in the air.
Y'all see what I got in store for y'all.
Oh no, that creature is stuck. It seems like the dandelions can absorb nutrients. Oh, they can even cause rocks to crack. Thanks to them, we were able to break the rock. It looks like there are still lots of unusual creatures residing within the book. A page-turning adventure awaits. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next spring.
I know. Y'all are like, Braylon, you, why do this? Why do this to us, huh? Why do this to us? I am so glad that y'all said this, because I'm going to give you not one, but two versions of it. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, here we go, everybody. You ready? Here we go. So, this is a Yoshi-themed land, okay? Now, everybody says that Yoshi's, adventure is great, but it is too hot. So, now you got more room to hang out with Yoshi. And also, too, we could probably put in some of those flowers that can squirt water as well. Okay. All right. So this is a strong, realistic part move and very on brand with where Universal is headed. Nintendo first family forward evergreen intellectual property, replacing Springfield, USA with a Yoshi-themed land, rather. It's smart because Springfield is static, aging, and merch-driven. First of all, we're not going to disrespect The Simpsons like that, okay? That's what ChatGPT says. I don't believe that, but that's neither here nor there. A very important point to note. While Yoshi is rideable, playful, kid accessible, and visually connect. Below is a full creative and operational plan for what this land would look like and how Universal will execute it. So Yoshi's Island replaces Springfield, USA, Universal Orlando core land promise. Step into a living storybook where Yoshi carries you through a colorful musical world of adventure. This land is bright, open, green, soft, round and soft, no sharp edges, and constantly moving clouds, eggs, flower, animatronics. Think Nintendo Charm, Pixar level landscape, and super immersive but not overwhelming. So the land layout overview, overall footprint, same real estate as Springfield. No open sight lines into Super Nintendo world for cohesion. No hard borders. Everything flows organically. Visual style: rolling green hills, puffy clouds on wires, giant Yoshi eggs everywhere, smiling flowers, soft ambient music remixing Yoshi Island themes. Day to night. At night, the eggs glow softly. Firefly lighting. Music becomes slower, lullaby style. So the two rides: Yoshi's Adventure Egg Quest, Family Dark Ride flagship attraction. Yes. Family ride system, trackless ride vehicle shaped like Yoshi eggs. Each ride has a soft bobbing motion like hopping. The story about Bowser Jr. So Bowser Jr. My Lord, Bowser Jr., he was in Yoshi's Crafty World, and of course, Bowser Jr. running amok at Super Nintendo World at Epic Universe. So somehow he's gone over to Yoshi's Island, has scattered magical eggs across the island. Yoshi teams up with guests to retrieve them before sunset. So the scenes. Number one, storybook intro, hand-drawn animation style, waterfall valley. Hashtag the backside of water. Really? Y'all don't want a Jungle Cruise reference? It's okay, we can move on, damn it. All right, let's move on then. I try to be cool with y'all, but we can roll on. Waterfall Valley with animatronic Yoshis. Piranha Plant Jungle Sky section with floating clouds, projection, and practical. And an egg celebration finale. Why it works, all ages, high capacity, merch tie-ins, repeatable hidden egg count changes every ride. And then Yoshi's Wild Dash Family Coaster Ride Through Hybrid. Ride system, suspended family coaster, gentle thrills. You ride on Yoshi's back. Experience launch out of a hillside, glide over the land, dipping caves, pop out near food plaza for crowd energy. Thrill level rather, faster than Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, slower than Hagrid's Perfect Middle Ground. Visual signature, guests overhead, Yoshi's running below, constant motion in the land. Food and drink experiences. So Yoshi's Egg Market, quick service anchor, open air market, ran by Yoshi's who cook with care. So there will be Yoshi egg bowls, so green herb chicken, fire flour, spicy beef, and veggie power up bowl. So they will be in the Yoshi egg. In the, they can do what it do. And also too, I'ma just go on a limb. How about turkey legs? But the foil is wrapped up like a Yoshi egg. Listen, okay? Listen. I'm creating this thing. I'm enjoying myself here too, okay? So you have egg bao buns, cloud bread, power up lemonade, and green apple soda. Design egg-shaped serving windows, animated menu boards, sounds of sizzling and happy Yoshis. Then you have Yoshi's Nest Cafe snack and dessert offerings, egg custard desserts, matcha soft serve, Yoshi shaped cookies, coffee, and kid-friendly drinks. Instagram moment, giant cracked egg photo op behind counter. Adults only, subtle but important Cooper Shell cooler stand. Frozen drinks like cocktails. Refreshment styled as a refreshment stand, not a bar, keeps adults happy without breaking the tone. Retail Yoshi's Egg Emporium, merchandise focus, plus Yoshi's all colors, interactive eggs that light up, kid backpacks, cozy wearable seasonal egg variants, interactive element, tap your power up bed to hatch different egg effects. Now, atmosphere and live elements, roaming Yoshi characters, schedule egg hunts for kids and the adults, because the big kids or the adults are going to want to play music shifts throughout the day, soft bubble machines in select areas. So operational plan, if they wanted to do this, phase one, closure and transition, 6 to 9 months, retire Springfield quietly, relocate Simpsons merchandise elsewhere, demo while keeping adjacent lands open. Phase two, vertical build, 12 to 15 months, rise constructed simultaneously, landscaping first, keep visual, night lighting tested early. Phase 3, soft opening strategy, pass order previews, influencer family previews, gradual ride capacity ramp up. Why this is a win for Universal. Solves major problems. Springfield aging out. It's not aging out, okay? It's because not everyone likes it doesn't mean it doesn't have an audience, okay? I don't respect Springfield like that. Like a kid forward ride density. Nintendo needs expansion space, merchandise refresh opportunity, strategic benefits, massive family replay value, seamless Nintendo expansion seasonal overlays, Easter eggs, Winter Glow, easy intellectual property, extensions, Baby Mario, and Kamek later. Every time I think of Kamek, I think of Dilly Bit. Kamek got so disrespected in that movie. He really did. Oh my God. And of course, maybe a baby Bomba Bomb would be cute as well. Okay. But then again, in the world that we live in, you can't even do that shit because people are going, oh my God, there's a bomb in the park. No, that's a character from a video game. Calm the hell down. Have some imagination. Be a child for once in your life. Good damn. Long-term expansion potential. Third ride. Baby Mario and Friends seasonal egg festivals, nighttime mini parade moment, interactive power of band games across the land. Bottom line, this isn't just a Lance and Luke shift from satire to joy, from sad to connect, from adult nostalgia to generational fandom. Now, if you do not really want to believe this, that's fine. Because Yoshi is alive. He is well. And I'm going to show you how. So give me a moment as we see Yoshi. And here we go. That is Yoshi in real life. That's the World Valley. So that is that version. But of course, that's not the only version I got for y'all. No. We do big things over here. Okay, so here we go. So here is this version right here. So this is version 2. This is a great replacement concept for Springfield. Yoshi is brighter, more family forward, more merchable, and fits perfectly with Universal's long-term Nintendo strategy. Fully Below is a fully realized land version plus execution plan designed to slot cleanly into Universal Studios Florida, where Springfield currently sits. So Yoshi's Island and the Mysterious Book, right? So a handcrafted adventure land at Universal Orlando. Core vibe whimsical, colorful, and tactile. Looks like a world built by Yoshis themselves. Blends Yoshi's Island, crayon storybook, Baby Mario, Yoshi's Crafted World felt, cardboard buttons, and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book story-driven exploration. This land becomes Universal's most touchable world. Soft edges connect scenery, moving characters, and interactive play everywhere. Land layout, Springfield footprint reimagined. Entrance portal, storybook gateway, or getaway rather. Guests pass through a giant pop-up book. Pages flip via projection and mechanical effects. Narration: every story needs a hero and a Yoshi. Land transitions from flat theme park space into layered elevated terrain with rolling hills, egg-shaped buildings, yarn clouds, giant buns, zippers, and stitched textures. So the attractions: 2 rides, Yoshi's Island, Egg Dash, Family Omni Mover, Dark Ride type trackless or Omni Mover, similar to Haunted Mansion and Remy. Ratatouille. Story: the Mysterious Book has scattered magical story pages across Yoshi's Island. Guests ride in egg-shaped vehicles to help recover them before Baby Bowser rewrites the ending. Key scenes: crayon-drawn landscapes, giant Poochie chase moment, spinning flower fields, Baby Bowser popping out of pop-up pages, final scene where guests restore the book and the world knits itself back together. Why it works: all ages appeal, high re-ride value, deep Nintendo storytelling, perfect capacity anchor, Then you have Yoshi's handcrafted adventure course ride and play hybrid. Ride type, think slow moving outdoor indoor hybrid. Think people move for speed and interactive targets. Gameplay, guess throws, soft digital yarn eggs. Hidden zip buttons, zippers, and patches. Discover secrets on both sides of the ride path. Visual style, entire ride looks handmade. Cardboard hills, felt flowers, paper craft enemies. Giant knitting needles, smooth scenery. Bow and Slayer, Mario power up band integration. Collect craft coins and unlock land wide interactions. Now you're thinking, Bray, how in the world can that happen? Your wand from Harry Potter can work at Universal Florida, Islands of Adventure, Epic Universe. Hashtag you're welcome. Okay. All right. Moving on. So you have food and drink locations, Yoshi's Egg Cafe, quick service anchor. Design egg-shaped building, cracked shell roof. Inside looks like a cozy Yoshi kitchen. Menu highlights, Yoshi egg bowls, rice, protein, and veggies. You can choose for it to be a little bit of everything or all meat like myself. Green mac and cheese, baby Mario sliders, rainbow fruit skewers, green apple and kiwi slushes, and turkey legs wrapped up in Yoshi egg paper. Okay. All right. We're going to keep that in there. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Oh, also, can we add some Dippin' Dots? Green apple Dippin' Dots? Green apple and vanilla Dippin' Dots, please and thank you. Moving on. Crafted treats card, snacks, yarn ball, cake pops, bud and cookies, felt texture marshmallow treats, Yoshi egg mochi, Instagram gold. And by the way, imagine like a strawberry funnel cake, right? With green edible buttons on it. So it looks like a huge button funnel cake. Okay, let's roll on. Stitch sipper stand, drinks Yoshi, limeade, matcha, lemon fizz, color changing mystery ink drinks, refillable souvenir cups shaped like eggs. Merchandise, Yoshi's Craft Shop. Design looks like a handmade toy workshop. Remember how Disney used to have designs with, mouse gear and other stores? Yeah, we're bringing that back, right? We're bringing themed shops back. Pegboard walls, fabric shelves, spool decor, merch ideas, build your own Yoshi plush station. Right, Build-A-Bear, custom eggshells, craft style apparel, interactive power-up band skins exclusive to this land, storybook replicas of the mysterious book. So the book you actually get to have. Entertainment interaction, Yoshi meet and greet grove, multiple Yoshis in different colors, moving platforms and animated foliage, surprise Poochie appearances, storybook moments, live narration moments where the book opens, short repeating mini shows every 20 minutes. Why this replaces Springfield perfectly. Springfield satire adult skew, Yoshiland multi-generational family appeal, stag buildings in Springfield, connect living world, 1 e-ticket, Yoshiland 2 high-capacity attractions, limited future growth in Springfield, expandable Nintendo intellectual property. So implementation plan, phase 1, de-Simpsonization, year 1, close Simpson ride and area, number 2, retheme infrastructure, number 3, preserve ride footprint where possible, year 2, construction, phase 2 rather, construction, year 2 and 3, build 2 attractions simultaneously, install layer terrain and connect elements, power up band tech. Phase 3, soft open media push, family influencer interviews, Nintendo Direct style reveal, tie-ins with Nintendo games and merch drops. A strategic win for Universal strengthens Nintendo's dominance outside Epic Universe, creates a younger skewing land in Studios Florida, balances thrill and family offerings, longer shelf life, intellectual property with seasonal overlays. Okay? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That is what we are doing here. Okay? Yes, indeed. Yoshi can become the new Mickey plush more so than Mario and Luigi and Peach. Now, this is overstimulating. Donkey Kong as a Sega representation pairing. I like that. Yoshi plush would be amazing alongside a Yoshi slushie. By the way, I finished my merchandise I told you about Florentin. That's Phil. Hey, Florentin just figured out how to zoom. It's the mouse pad on the laptop. The backside of water. I get it. Fabulous Phil. Smile emoji. I hope I'm not eating Yoshi's legs. No, you won't be eating Yoshi's legs. Y'all know how turkey legs are a thing at Disney World and Disneyland. We just are continuing that. But the Yoshi egg, right, is the wrapping paper, right? So, just like some don't want to eat deer because they're so cute. Deer is a cute. Yoshi is cute, so I might not want to eat Yoshi. Hiki, I'm just trolling. I love it. Oh, well, thank you very much, good sir. Oh, you mentioned Haunted Mansion and want to make a Luigi Haunted Mansion ride. That could be possible. So, with that being said, that's the pitch. I'm going to turn off my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Woo! Okay, we're not doing that, y'all. Okay, I just like turkey legs. I just want turkey legs inside Yoshi's Island. Okay, hell, I created this thing. I should have some fun as well. Okay, so we're just gonna put it back on that comment there. So, what do you guys think about the ideas I have? I think that honestly, Super Monkey Ball and Yoshi having his own spot. I think that, yes, Yoshi chocolate eggs for sure. I think that both of these solutions, right? And if you add the New Donk City Hall power-up experience, or the power-up ride, rather, and the Rainbow Road roller coaster, it's game over. There ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me that Universal ain't created for families with those added in. So, we got some time if you guys want to give Phil and Phil or Florentine or both of y'all want to come up for a little bit and give y'all takes. Otherwise, we're just chillaxing at this point. Like I said, it took a lot of hard work to figure out what character would make the most sense. But I'm just like, well, if I'm already thinking about it, you have Yoshi already over at Epic Universe, so that was very easy to bring over to Universal Studios Florida, and it makes the environment a lot lighter, a lot brighter. So now you got monkeys running around, you got Yoshis running around. Can you imagine I and the minions fighting over bananas? So now you have more of a kinetic energy for families, right? So now you have the kids resort energy in Orlando, Florida. So there it is there. Like I said, Phil and Florentine, let me know if you guys want to come up. With that being said, we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break, and we'll be back with more Braylon's Virtual Tour Live right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean in, feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the cultures grow. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon got the vibe tonight. One the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved is a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the one more please wherever you please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
When we start a project, we always start with story. That story is key. So we began with the story of the Waturi people. The myth of the Waturi people is that long ago, they set out on their outrigger canoes looking for a new home. There was a legend that said they could only find this new home with the help of this mini golden-finned fish called kanuku. And they searched across Pacifica and Polynesia, and they visited all these islands. They went to Bali and Tahiti and went as far as Rapa Nui, Easter Island. Along the way, they made friends, collected sort of the culture, and they sailed on and on and on, and they almost to the edge of the world. There, to their amazement, was Kanuku. And she turned to the people and said, "You are ready." Turned and swam away. They followed, and within a day, they caught sight of this smoking mountain on the horizon, which was Volcano Bay. And it was pristine, beautiful, lush, everything that they would want in a home. And that's the backstory that informs everything we do in our design. The idea here is to create the best experience. We know what our guests want. They want the thrill and excitement of our theme parks, but they also want a place where they can relax and chill out and feel pampered. Nobody wants to stand in line. And so we said, let's get rid of them. Nobody wants to carry rafts up a ride tower all the way to the top. So we said, let's do that for you. Exhilaration, excitement, and relaxation. That's what you're gonna get at Volcano Bay.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
I'm loving it.
And I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Braylon's virtual tour live. All right, let me drop the link. Definitely want to hear from y'all and see what y'all got to say on this. Like I said, I told Phil and Florian, my theme park brothers, that, you know, I was going to talk about, you know, the Rainbow Road of it all. I was going to talk about the New Donk City Town Hall. But what I did not say, right, was I did not say what San Francisco was going to be. I did not say what Springfield was going to be. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome in, Donald Duck. Phil, how you feeling, my man? What did you think of the pitch for San Francisco and for Springfield?
Great.
Like no notes at all? Like, come on now, you ain't gotta be nice to me because you're up here now.
When you mentioned Haunted Mansion, I was like, you probably were comparing it to something, and I was like, got me back to something I heard about long ago, about like Luigi's Mansion was inspired to make the Haunted Mansion game,
right?
That I played when I was a kid. But your concepts were very good, and I always wanted a Sega in a park.
Yeah.
So.
And you know,
I was just wondering to myself, instead of Fast and Furious, did you want to have a Sonic ride to replace Fast and Furious?
That could be possible too,
because you know he's like fast and like boom,
right.
boom.
Yes, indeed. No, I think that's very possible. Hey, Florentine, welcome in.
Hello. Hey.
Welcome in. You know, I think that's very possible with Sonic. I think I just tried to keep it on the Mario thing because that concept of expanding the land just already made sense for them. But I don't see how it could not be possible. I think when it came to the Haunted Mansion, I think it was probably the ride vehicle. Probably, I think that's what it was when I brought up Haunted Mansion and the ride vehicle for one of the rides.
But if you want to expand Nintendo World or expand upon Monkey Ball, you know, that was franchised by Sega, those two things came in mind. Didn't show them.
Yeah. And, you know, I really had to think about, you know, how to elevate it without it feeling like, without it, how can I put it? I had to try to think about how to elevate it without destroying the energy of the land, right? Because people have been saying that we need more family-friendly attractions, this, that, and the third. And I was like, okay, well, damn, you know, I still want a little bit of thrill in there. And, you know, I feel like Yoshi is that perfect medium, you know what I mean? You know, Yoshi, you know, he does have big adventures and they do have a fast energy to him, but it's in a soft-like environment. And, you know, with Super Monkey Ball, it has that family thrill that's not too off the wall. And then some of the, oh, wait a minute, did I bring this up? Hang on, let me see something. because I forgot one more thing. And you know what? I'll pitch this to you all live because there's one more thing. This is a bonus one. And I'll come back on camera for this to pitch it. Here, hey everybody, good to see y'all. There is one other thing I forgot to mention here. Now, of course, you can't have a ride without food, right? You need food after it. So here it is here for Super Monkey Ball right here. So this is adding to San Francisco. So this is without touching the beloved legacy area. So Lombard's is staying, Richter's is staying, Chez Alcatraz is staying, and San Francisco Patriot Company is staying. Don't you ever say that I don't care about history. Okay, don't you ever say that. I try my best, always try my best to combine modernizing with creativity. So this is the Super Monkey Ball flavored district. So this is using unused corners, walkways, facades, and waterfront edges while making the landfill alive. So the design goal, inject motion, color, music, and playful indulgence without replacing existing restaurants. Design language, bright bananas and chrome accents, rounded architecture, spheres, rails, and ramps connect signage that moves. Sega arcade energy meets Bay Area street life. So it's a joyous food and drink overlay for Euro Studio, Florida, San Francisco area. So the first thing you have is the Banana Boost Bar. So it's a quick serve drink spot. Location near the former Fast and Furious Q. Exterior ride exit flow. Concept grab a high energy grab and go drink bar serving power up style beverages inspired by Super Monkey Ball. So you have signature drinks, golden banana freeze. So you have banana, vanilla, and soft serve swirl, kind of like a Dole Whip, maybe. Monkey Momentum, pineapple, mango, lime, and caffeine boost. And for those of you who want some Tarragon to be extra out there, we got you. Spin Dash Slush, a color changing slush with LED cup. Bad Boom Brew, a tropical mocktail optional rum for Halloween horror nights or after hours. Okay. Design features banana shaped taps, rotating LED menu wheel sound effects with drinks are served. Why it works fast, Instagrammable. Doesn't compete with full service bars like Chez Alcatraz. Number 2, Rolling Rails Street Eats mini food court pods. Location along waterfront walkways or wide and pedestrian areas. Concept, a cluster of small rolling food carts that appear to be balanced on rails like Super Monkey Ball courses. So menu pods rotate, so you have the tilted pretzel lab, banana, honey, mustard dips. You have Monkey Island tacos, so tropical carnitas, pineapple salsa. Gravity fries, spiral fries, banana ketchup option. Now these can all be, fixed. Okay, we're just throwing stuff out here. Banana melt, sweet savory grilled cheeses rather. Design features, slightly angled carts, safe illusion based, moving lights that roll across the carts, upbeat Sega style music loops. Why it works, adds movement and life without taking real estate from existing restaurants. Then you have the Golden Banana Pier open air bar and lounge. Location waterfront edge near existing seating areas, not replacing Lombard's. Concept tropical meets San Francisco Pier lounge that feels like Monkey Island dots in the bay. So the drink menu, a banana old fashioned, a monkey mai tai, bubble banana spritz, and family friendly frozen banana lemonades, food bites. So banana empanadas, coconut shrimp cones, and banana churro bites. But you can also have grape, you can have cherry, you can have blueberry, you can have orange. So many different churro bites. Design features banana leaf canopies, soft glowing lanterns shaped like monkey balls. Evening vibe, chill plus playful. Why it works, complements Lombard Seafood Grill instead of competing. This is casual, open air, vibe driven. Then Mimi's Sweet Spins, dessert kiosk near San Francisco Pastry Company, adjacent, not overlapping. Concept, a whimsical dessert add-on focusing on soft serve, floats, and banana-based treats. Menu highlights banana swirl soft serve, banana pudding parfaits, monkey float, banana soda with vanilla ice cream, chocolate dipped frozen bananas. Design features the spinning dessert display, pastel colors, kid-focused joy. Why it works, pastry company says classic. This adds playful modern dessert energy, and then a banana jam pop-up stage, atmospheric anchor, central location, central plaza, waterfront open space. Concept not for food but cultural, crucial for vibrancy. DJ sets with Sega remixes, live percussion using banana themed props. Character Poppins, I and Friends dance bows during peak hours. Tie in nearby drink carts flash and sync with music. Land-wide vibrancy upgrades and no footprint loss. Banana themed street lamps. Rolling light projections on pavement at night. Interactive sound tiles. Step equals chime. Colorful seeing shaped like half spheres. Banana cannons ride opening. So the result, a living, breathing San Francisco area. No legacy restaurant removed. Adds kinetic energy and color. Encourages lingering and repeat spending. Family friendly adult appeal. Seamlessly tied to Super Monkey Ball. Feels like a celebration and not a takeover. So that's the food that will be a part of Super Monkey Ball. So there it is.
Good. My eye just itches. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. It does the same thing to me. Same thing. So, Florian, what are your thoughts on Super Monkey Ball, and also to the Yoshi's Island coming to the studios?
Well, everything is spectacular. You're right on point. Yes, if it was where Hollywood Drift was gonna be, that would have been chef's kiss. That would have been iconic, because the entrance of Universal Studios Florida, that is the entrance. That's what you see from City Walk. So for me, Hollywood Rip Rocket was really iconic because it was like Hollywood, and you enter Universal Studios, which is experiencing Hollywood. So it was that. But for me, seeing Fast and Furious, it's like if it was like built in the back, or where Simpsons is, or where San Francisco is in the back, that would have been okay. But since this is the entrance area between the two parks, the iconic entrance. But yeah, why not? The thing that comes to mind when you say Yossi Meatball, was it Yossi Meatball? If they were going to do that in San Francisco area, there's an Italian restaurant, and you could change it to Yossi Meatball restaurant.
Oh, well, there you go.
So,
there you go. Listen,
yeah.
I'm going to have a little bit. Let's see here. I take this down. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with y'all. Wait, that's
Yeah.
hang on. Give me
One quick comment. I may retract my Sega comment, just simply because we have Nintendo and Universal. It's like a situation that Disney had ran into. Fuji or Kodak, you have to pick one. Fuji would have given you a mountain in Japan, and Kodak would have provided the Imagination Pavilion.
Right.
So they had to choose. So they chose the Imagination Pavilion over Fuji, because you can't have both. They're competitors.
Well, I'll say this, right? Like I told y'all. No, I feel it. And this is the thing, right? With Super Monkey Ball, that appeared on Nintendo GameCube. And just to showcase just a little bit more, hang on, give me one moment. Now, this came out 4 years ago, but this was on the Switch. So give me one moment as I pull it up here. Hang on here. Yes, I did Mick Aria. Okay, so that's Mickey Mouse and Mario.
I know this. Good job.
So here we go, y'all. So this came out 4 years ago on Nintendo Switch. So if they can have this happen, I am more than sure that Sega would not mind this. And then if you think about Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, right? They've done that for years. So I don't think that that would really be a problem for Universal.
Okay. I just need to check because
the Sega is not really like Nintendo or PlayStation or Xbox. They're not really one of the big movers. They're more of a, well, at least to me, they're more of a video game studio where they create more games than consoles. To me, I could be off, but
no, I think you're right. But I have to check. Check my homework
and like I said, y'all, please do not go running off and saying that all this is going to happen. This is just a prediction of what I would do if I had the power at Universal Orlando Resort. Okay, so don't start making articles and shit because once you post something, Sega's coming to Universal. No, it's not. Okay, it's just an idea. I think Yoshi Island will probably be more of a realistic thing before Super Monkey Ball ever will, but it's a possibility.
Well, they're gonna say, "Where did you get that from?" Oh, I got it from Braylon. Well, he imagineered it. Welcome to BFP Imagineering.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is our first one of the year. It's been a minute since we've all been up here together. We do stuff behind the scenes as well. But yeah, this is our first one here, and I teased Florian and Phil that I've been thinking of the Rainbow roller coaster for a long time. The new Dark City Town Hall was new because of Pokemon, right? And so trying to bring Pokemon to Universal in a way that would make sense. And Power Moons, electricity, when Mario became electricity, Super Mario Odyssey, and Pikachu, that made a lot of sense for that. And then of course Yoshi, being such a beloved kid character, having his own spot, made the most sense. So I tried to be reasonable, logical, and creative, which if you know creatives, that combination is not easy to get to happen. So
Hey, by the way, Braylon, you like what's behind me?
Yes, I see that, good sir. I think that's Spaceship Earth.
Think bigger.
The Spaceship Earth? No, I meant Space Mountain. I meant to say Space Mountain at first. My bad.
Well, what if I told you I would make this into a hotel?
That's a hotel? Dude, that's legit. I like that.
Yeah.
Now is that monorail? Is that monorail?
Yeah, there will be something attaching to it, so you can go straight to the park.
By the way, as a side note, can anybody explain to me why at Disney's California Adventure at Pixar Pier, why they could not recreate the restaurant from The Incredibles where the lava separates and stuff? Of course, you can't put actual lava there, but like to create, an elevated fine dining experience. I think the Incredibles restaurant based on that volcano on Syndrome's Island would have been really cool.
That'd be cool. Do you have the space for it?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the actual volcano, but like the inside is all LED screens and it's lava and the styling of it and everything, of the tables and everything. I mean, hell, if all they're doing is just bars, you might as well bring some of the restaurants to real life. I mean, you bring in Harryhausen's to Monsters Inc. land that nobody asked for, but
Since you mentioned Incredibles, did you see that? I don't know, maybe Disney built it, but they built what is her name? The superhero designer
Etna.
house, Edna's house. They designed Edna's house. I watched it on YouTube.
They did so. Etna's house came alive through Airbnb, and I hate that I did not get the chance to do it because you could actually go to Etna's house and design a superhero costume, and then they would deliver it to you. Which Disney,
you walked into that house actually, and they almost did it, almost everything. It looks like you walk in.
Right.
I think maybe just only one thing missing. I forget what it was.
Was that the community? Because for those of you who don't know, Disney has decided to do these communities. I think one's in California. It's like the Parr House, but it's going to be like
it was in California.
Community Center, and then I think there's going to be another one somewhere else. By the way, I just want y'all to know these communities are basically Celebration and Epcot if Walt Disney's dream came true, just remixed Golden Oak. Okay, Disney's not going to tell you that shit, but that's what it is. Okay.
Now his hotel is located where a hotel was supposed to be, right?
Yeah. I'm not trying to give away all the information, but yeah, Thornton is right. You know where the Persian Hotel was supposed to go?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, this is a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear of the Persian Hotel, but not the location.
Well, the Persian Hotel would have been located right behind Tomorrowland, which
right behind Tron and Space Mountain, and it's funny at the time. Think about it, like you see an Arabian dome behind, in the skyline of Tomorrowland. That would be weird, right?
Yeah, I mean,
that would
be weird.
Depends how big it is, but I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't want to picture myself looking at a mosque behind Tomorrowland.
I feel like
this is better.
I feel like a Star Command hotel would make more sense if it's in Tomorrowland, where you can actually be with Buzz or Space Command. That would make a lot more sense. I still believe that the Axiom should replace that Galactic Star Cruiser. I still believe that to this day.
All right, thank you. Right there, you gave me another name I could call the place. That's Flaunt and I were passing names back and forth here. I said Horizons, and he said, what did you say?
Well, if this was Universal, it would be the Jetsons.
The Jetsons.
For sure.
Yeah. Hanna-Barbera, absolutely.
I call it the Sky Atrium.
Yes.
Sky Atrium. You guys picture this. The vehicles would also, just like in the Contemporary, go through the lobby of this place as well.
Oh, and you said, Tom, when you stay at the Bayek Tower, when you want to go walk to Magic Kingdom, you have to walk through
I have
the
to cross
parking
the
lot?
whole parking lot to get to the road, which
The walking path. Yeah.
the walk path that you have to cross the road to get to Magic Kingdom, which I have stuff of close encounters crossing the street there. By just simply crossing the street.
So why not expand the People Mover from Tomorrowland to that hotel, and then to that hotel to Bayek Tower?
Yeah, from this Tomorrowland hotel connected to Tomorrowland, and that is like your second entrance into Magic Kingdom.
Well, I mean, if we think about it, and WDW Pro did cover this a little bit.
Yeah.
Now he said it was more of a rumor than anything else, but he said that there could be potentially they could make it happen of a Magic Kingdom hotel. We played around with that here at BFP Imagineering, because I think Kingdom Lodge doesn't have a direct access entrance to Animal Kingdom, but I will say I do believe that the
monorail that went up the castle. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I made a
will never forget.
yeah. I made a concept of a hotel. No, like making Cinderella Castle into a hotel, like
Yes.
building on the side.
We-
and then there's one
we
that
were-
came out that was like a monorail. It just
Yes, we were playing around with Cinderella Castle Hotel, and y'all, it looks amazing if they did real life. But the thing about AI is sometimes it's not your friend. And me and Phil were just chillaxing, and we looked at it, we're like, it looks good, but how did the portal technology from Wally come to reality at this point? Like, how did we go from a zero to a hero with a monorail coming out of a hotel? How did we get there? And y'all, let me
But
tell you something.
how did the monorail get into? I didn't make an image. I didn't say I want a monorail. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you
don't know
did
how-
it,
I
so
don't remember.
it happened by your magic.
Florentine,
way,
you
y'all-
monorails because Florentine showed me a video a few weeks back of Saw videos, and he made a video about like what ride you would bring back, and the kid shows
yeah.
Horizons, and you got the monorail coming, but the monorail bounces off the Horizons.
Oh God! Speaking of Horizons, offhand Disney did a pitch about Epcot, and he wanted to bring Horizons back. This is the thing that I said to y'all about Disney. It's not that people can't stand Disney; they just can't stand this version of Disney. And what did I tell y'all? Destination D23, the last one in the United States, was okay. Listen, we're gonna try this again. The Destination D23 was marriage, counseling, and therapy for the Disney fans of like, okay, so let's check in here. What are you gonna bring to me for me to care about in our marriage? And I still have this theory that at the next Destination D, at the next D23 Expo, if they do not have completed projects and significant updates, that could potentially be the start of Disney fans divorcing from Disney. I still believe that. I can't shake that fact, but it just feels to me of that energy. And we were talking in the group chat, and Fullerton said that I think Billings Land's going to be, the big thing that everybody's going to be judging Disney on. Because, like I said, they have more dead projects.
Or Piston Peak, because Piston Peak comes out before.
Nobody's giving a damn issue about that. Fullerton, come on now. Come on.
Well, a lot of people are really riled up, and I'm riled up because this Piston Peak is what took out Rivers of America. Wonderful. Great job.
I mean, you could have it be Fozzie Bear Park. I think people would be more excited for that. You know what I mean? Like,
the biggest judge would be the Encanto attraction, because the Encanto attraction is the very first attraction that it's not going to be like a clone or a duplicate or something. So based on how well the Encanto ride is.
I mean, Encanto is a very popular intellectual property, right? And I will say this, everybody is saying that the new CEO is going to be Josh tomorrow. I'll say this, right? It's a difference between being a executive in a role and handling everything, right? Those are two completely trains of thought. I really do believe that they need a dual CEO role like Michael Eisner and Frank Wells, Walt Disney, and Roy Disney. Because to have somebody that understands the financials and the creative, you can't find that. Now, of course, if Disney and other companies will move the goalpost so far in terms of degrees and experience, and you gotta know people and cloud and this, that, and the fucking third. Hello, I would already been the motherfucker. I would. Of course, Phil and Florence will be there in there as well. But I do believe that Disney right now needs a creative director. And there was a there's a great channel called, let me see if I can pull them up real quick just to give them some love. Theme Park News Network. Yep, right here. So this channel right here that I'm about to pull up, they're more of a new channel, but they did a great deep dive into the power of the rock stars of Imagineering, right? So right here, handcrafted the death of the rock star Imagineer. And this man talked about how you knew Joe Rody, you knew the Imagineers behind the attractions, and nowadays you don't really know them. So I do believe that every park needs a creative director, and then of course you need a creative director. You need a creative director in the studios. You need a creative director at Pixar. You need a creative director at Lucasfilm. You need a creative director at Disney World, and for Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. Those are two different creative directors. But having these creative directors be a conduit where they can sit down with the CEOs or the CEO and have a balanced counter, I think will be good right now, because they need some stabilization. We all remember that Wall Street Journal article about Imagineering, and somehow they want to make a comeback. It's like, all you gotta do is just execute what the fuck that y'all already pitched to people. That's all you gotta do. You ain't gotta do nothing else.
Yeah. Funny thing you mentioned about pitching. I just sent you guys an old pitch of what Fantasyland was going to be.
I saw that, and I was so sad about it, because I was like, that would have been great.
Nothing like what they got. I was like,
not at all. And honestly, tell you the truth, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the new Fantasyland?
Yeah, that was what they showed to D23.
Okay, the one thing. Okay, you know how each. Okay, we our park has Oriento is Cinderella Castle. Just the whole I can't believe the Cinderella dress transformation thing. That would be iconic.
Yeah, how can we somehow bring that up here real quick?
Yeah, hang on.
Because that's the first time I ever saw that video. And Florentine saw that I made a cottage back in October that incorporated all the characters. Didn't get into detail like that, but it would incorporate, I'm for sure, the same things in the D23.
I know there's a restaurant in the castle. There's a restaurant, but I mean the restaurant is not so special. It's not as I've never eaten there, but it's not. It's basically a character restaurant like you can find in Norway, you can find elsewhere on Disney World property. So for me, if Cinderella Castle, instead of a restaurant, it had like this transformation. This experience where you go upstairs and then you can go see Cinderella. Her dress transformation. I think that would be something more unique, something just like the castles, other parks around the world. They have something amazing in the castle. So for me the restaurant is. I'm not saying it's wrong to have a restaurant in the castle, but
I like the restaurant. But I'm not.
Well, here's the thing, right? I think that and by the way, for those of you who don't know, Disney Dining, you do have to. It's almost like Black Friday. You gotta be up at 12 o'clock in the morning just to get a chance, not a reservation, but a chance at a reservation. And I do believe that some of these places really could be utilized more. Like I know that there was Marrakesh. Many restaurants that are closed, that maybe some of them can be an actual lounge because it is hot in Florida, and I think that those will be more feasible. In addition to
They
that,
do they do use it for a lounge for pass holders for a couple months in the year, but that's for
right. And it's I know they do that, but it's expanding it to everybody. And then imagine if there was like a chill lounge in Cinderella Castle where you could sit down and drink a margarita, or you can have no, I'm serious, like having a lounge where you can literally sit there and be in the castle and not just a restaurant in there. But here's the video here of 2009 D23 Expo. Here we go.
You'll visit the country chateau where Cinderella lives with her cruel stepmother and stepsisters. There you'll see Cinderella transform from her servant clothes into a beautiful ball gown right before your eyes. And to help Cinderella practice for a royal ball or to train as one of her knights, everybody will be involved. Next stop, Sleeping Beauty's cottage, where the three fairies are throwing a surprise party for Aurora. It's a Sweet 16 party. As you know, she didn't get to have it because she was sleeping. You'll make birthday cards for Sleeping Beauty and then greet her with a big surprise. You'll meet Tinkerbell and her friends in Pixie Hollow. You'll shrink to the size of a pixie and play among towering blades of grass and flowers. The new Fantasyland fun begins in 2012.
You know what this reminded me of, Pixie Hollow? Give me a moment. And when I pull this up, damn, my eyes. Anyway.
I know, right? I just got done with my eyes. Sorry.
All good. When I pull this up, y'all gonna be like, you know what? Disney really plays too much. Give me one moment.
Just wait until
as soon as I pull it up, y'all gonna know exactly what it is. Here we go.
Yeah, all good, Brian.
Yes, all good.
Yeah, I passed it along to Braylon, as you know.
Anybody remember this?
Yeah. I remember Streets of America.
So this would have been Pixie Hollow, essentially. Shrunk down and everything. Like I said, Disney really does have great ideas. They just don't know how to utilize their past to be able to understand where they are, which is what Ricky does very brilliantly. Shout out to Ricky as well. Great content creator there.
Also, they got speaking of Tinkerbell, they got rid of the Tinkerbell meet and greet. So I guess I don't know why they got rid of the Tinkerbell meet and greet.
Well, here's the thing, right? I think Tinkerbell is such an iconic character, right? Because of Peter Pan. But when they started to do Pixie Hollow, which honestly, I thought it was great to have a brand extension. Give me a moment. I'm going to turn on my camera for a minute so I can get my eyes to go to job. But with that being said, I think when it became the extension of Pixie Hollow, I think people were here for it. It just didn't have the pulse that needed, but I thought it was a great idea. I mean, I would have loved that. I think all of that would have been better than the non-existent stuff that's there now, honestly. Because at least that had a pulse, it had a frequency, had vibrancy that you actually wanted to go. And not to mention, too, even though Pixie Hollow was in the Tinkerbell series, it was another thing to actually experience it. And there's a difference between bringing franchises to life that people actually want to see because they have a connection to it versus bringing franchises to life because you're trying to fill up space so you can get more money out of people. And I think that's where Disney is right now, that they are just doing anything, everything to make more money than to be genuine about creating experiences.
Now, what is interesting is this was the very first. That was the very first plans for Fantasyland, and then after that, they redid it because they said that it was too much geared for girls, and was not enough geared for boys. Now I understand that, but so basically, because it's funny, this first concept art here, you have different experiences. You have the Cinderella experience, which is one. You have the Sleeping Beauty experience, even though I know birthday cards, I know maybe this one is kind of not so good, but it's a second experience. Then you have the third experience, which is Pixie Hollow, which is a real experience. And then is there a fourth one? Yeah, which includes the Beauty and the Beast, which we have, and then you have. So I think this one was. Oh no! You could also visit the house of the stepsisters. So that would have been four. Let's say, for example, it's 4 experiences. You have 4 experiences on top of what you already have, which is a 5th one, which is Belle's Cottage. So in total, you would have like 5 different experiences. But guess what? They scrapped that idea, and they said, "Oh, we don't have enough for boys." But instead of, they removed 4 experiences and replaced it with a Mine Train coaster. And the Mine Train coaster is it really an experience? Yeah, but
hold on, Fulton. You're partially correct on this. Now, there might be a longer video somewhere. I don't know. But, okay. I don't know if it made it to D23, but do you know... you have to look it up. I know I watched it. Instead of the Mine Train, they were proposing Mr. Toad's Wild Ride as a outdoor ride in place of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That was the first concept before what we got was the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Right.
But yeah, okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Fulton's right. Yeah, it was the cottage. Then it became Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Then they scrapped Mr. Toad for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Yes. Which
that's interesting.
Yeah, it is a video out there.
So the Pixie Hollow was supposed to be located where? Was it supposed to be located where
Hollow
Mine Train is?
and the cottages was actually, yeah, you are correct. It was, as I recall, where the Mine Train is right now.
I thought it was going to be more near Storybook Circus, like more in the back.
Well, the Mine Train is.
No. Wait a minute. The Mine Train. That's where Cinderella's house was supposed to be. So I don't think Pixie Hall. If you look at a concept art map, for me, it's like
Cinderella was supposed to have a house. Why does she have a house when she lives in the castle?
Why does
No. Yes, because there was additional. So you have Belle's Cottage, and then you have the step. It's not Cinderella's house. It's the house where she grew up in, the stepmother's house.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that was where Mine Train was supposed to be.
And this is the thing, right? With Pixie Hollow and all the experiences, right? I think honestly, it was even that video that you could train as a knight, right? I feel like if they could create those experiences for the girls, they could easily create experiences for the boys. There were boy pixies in the Tinkerbell movies, very easily. There were boys in Beauty and the Beast. Like, it's not difficult. And I'm not mad at Fulton. I'm mad at Disney because that was a lame ass excuse to get rid of those great experiences. If you can make those experiences happen for girls, you could definitely find the boy energy within that. Like, come on now, that's just That's just failing the fans at that point. That's being lazy. A3 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Thank you for being here. I am Mick Mario. That's Florentine, and that's Donald Duck there. We are just chillaxing, talking about some theme park stuff tonight. I unleashed if you want to say 4 ideas, you could, because I did Rainbow Road roller coaster. Then I did the New Dog City Power Up ride with Pokemon and Nintendo. Those were the 2, but those were jump off points to lead us to the main 2, where I brought Super Monkey Ball to Universal Orlando, Florida, and also brought Yoshi Island. And now we're just talking Disney stuff. So welcome in, and I'm glad to have you here. So.
I'm looking.
But I think the argument became not just that it wasn't for boys. I think the argument became that it was too much meet and greets. It's not. They're, I guess. No, one was a show. The Cinderella. Huh?
Hang on, Florida. Hang on a second. Hang on.
Wait.
I'm trying not to be mad at you personally. Did you just say out of your ever-loving mouth that there were too many meet and greets? What the hell is Disney supposed to be for then?
No,
you should insert a question mark in the explanation point on top of my head right
Correct. Because then at that point, then what's Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Pluto, Clarabelle? What the fuck are we doing here? Too many meet and greets.
No, because if it was that and they wanted to do gear to boys, you know what they would have done? They have Beauty and the Beast. They could have done a Gaston show. There's no Gaston show. They could have done a Lumiere show. They could have done Cinderella. They could have done Gus, and Jack. That they're males. Okay, they could have done that, right. But they did a coaster. They did a mine train coaster, so they replaced it with a ride.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say that the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is terrible. It's fun.
And I have nothing wrong with Mine Train, but why we cannot meet Snow White in the cottage? You have to meet Snow White in Germany.
I never saw Snow White in Germany.
No, I mean, I think there was a video I saw on YouTube where you could have went into the cottage and stuff. They had it built, right? But you can't go into it. And this is another thing too, right? I think Disney does not know how to let things breathe, be still, and have a fan base. Because I'm gonna just say this right now. Who in the flying fuck asked for Frozen Ever After in Norway? World Showcase was to display culture, not to have 2 frozen princesses making Norway cold. Damn it. About culture, edutainment, learning. Hello. Anybody remember that shit?
Well, that's all Maelstrom's. That's Maelstrom's fault, because if Maelstrom didn't exist and they wanted to build a boat ride Frozen, and they would not be able to build it in Norway. You know what's funny? What is funny if for very small kids, if they want to go see the Snow White animatronic, they have to ride Mine Coaster. Otherwise, if you don't ride Mine Coaster, you're not going to see the Snow White animatronic. That's why I had a problem with Tiana. If the little tiny girl, she's not high enough to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure, she cannot see the Tiana animatronic. So if you want to do all these crazy rides that small kids cannot ride, why don't you give them a chance to, like, next to the ride, have another display where they can see the animatronic? They're using.
I think that would be very good. Even you know what? Honestly,
it's like little girls. They have to ride Frozen Ever After to see the Frozen animatronic. It's all these.
And you know what? Honestly, too, I think having a static meet and greet, you know, I mean, just like when you go to the mall, you see like a cutout of your favorite celebrity, you take a photo. I think that will work just fine as well. And I'm not mad at Florida, y'all. We're passionate people up here, okay? It's just the fact of Disney does not understand the reason why they are the gold standard is because they know how to let things have an audience. And when they did, you know, Frozen Ever After, it reduced the weight of World Showcase to me. Just keeping it a buck now. I don't know how you make Norway, you know, colorful for kids, this, that, and the third. But I am sure that if they could do that for Frozen, they could have reinvented Maelstrom and, oh my God, do a cultural trip just like they did for Villains Land. And not to mention, Arendelle isn't even a real place. It's fictional off of Norway. That doesn't give you the right to just plop that in there because y'all want to be lazy and not be creative. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I know Kristen Bell and Idina Menzel is just like, you know what? We can never hang out with Brain because he just shits on us all the time. It's not that I don't like y'all. Y'all seem to be nice women. It is the fact of, I think Frozen has a place. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think Frozen makes more sense in the Magic Kingdom because Elsa has ice powers. That's magic. Doesn't make sense in Epcot to me.
Oh, now I have an point. I have an point.
That's giving Frozen this much energy to care about.
This is an important point. Now, if they had done all the Cinderella stuff and the Sleeping Beauty stuff, then Magic Kingdom would have been the very first. If it would have been the very first one to have that, but because they didn't do that, you know what we have in New Fantasyland? Well, we have Little Mermaid, but Little Mermaid was already in Disney's California Adventure. And then we have Beauty and the Beast, but guess what now? The best Beauty and the Beast is in Tokyo. So, and Frozen, what they're supposed to have done was build Arendelle, the Frozen land in Magic Kingdom, and Disney World should have been the very first one to ever have a world of Frozen. Disney World could have been the very first one to have a world of Frozen.
I can agree with
guess
you.
what? Yes,
that I can agree with
but
you.
But guess what? Guess what? They gave Disney World the first Frozen ride, but then they show off all the other places in the world. Look, we have this. Hong Kong have the amazing Frozen world. Paris have the amazing Frozen world. But then when you come to Disney World, see, again, Magic Kingdom needs to have something that is the best and that is the first. That is. They want to say that Magic Kingdom is the most visited theme park in the whole world. Well, why can't you make it? Why can't you offer it something that is the best for the first time that none other parks around the world have?
I agree with that, and I do think that Disney is hopefully starting to recognize that, you know, Americans, they want they want to be respected for, you know, for, how can I put it? America also wants imagination. America wants creativity. America is game for storytelling, right? And whenever I play the Abu Dhabi video, you know, Josh Shamaro said this is going to be our most advanced park ever. It's like, no, that should be Disney World. Hello. And then you do it overseas. Really?
Yeah, keep on.
Really? So many knows you like that, Fullerton? Really? Really? Minnie just knows you like that, huh? She's that cool with you. Okay. All right. Good for you. Good for you.
Oh, it's good. Minnie's curious about this discussion. She's curious about this discussion.
Yes. Hi, Minnie. We're making your park better. Okay, that's what we're doing because Imagineering, they're sucking right now. Hi, Minnie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, indeed.
Oh man, think Minnie would agree. She would agree. Mm-hmm.
And honestly, too, to tell you the truth, I really do think that that the animation courtyard thing that they're doing, which, by the way, if you missed that, we did a live here talking about the magic of Disney animation. I basically did what Ricky does. I took footage that is on YouTube to give you guys a sneak peek of what it could be like, you know, in that attraction. And to be real with you guys, on that, I truly believe that if Disney cared more about Hollywood studios, I feel like it would have been very easy to have Toontown in Hollywood studios very easily. Star Wars exists, right? They're adding, you know, the things of, you know, the trilogy, this, that, the third, Toy Story Land. And it's interesting because they're changing Hollywood studios from being inside the movies to stepping into these worlds. And by the way, y'all, just as a funny, on one of our streams, right, on one of our recordings, Florian had the wonderful idea to combine Star Wars and Frontierland. And me and Phil laughed our asses off so hard, I promise you, to no end. We were like, so wait, Darth Vader's a cowboy? Is this what we're doing? Are we cross-pollinating worlds? Because that's what the corridors were created for.
Yeah, Darth Vader's going to introduce the presidents and say that, ignore them, I'm the president.
Yes, that Darth Vader was going to invade the Hall of Presidents. And that's why the corridors were created, because Walt Disney didn't want any cross-pollination of, you know, Darth Vader going from Galaxy's Edge to Frontierland. But when Florian said that, me and Phil laughed our asses off so hard. Oh my God. Pure cinema, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And Florian was really selling it too. He's like, guys, there is connectivity. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Like, if you think Darth Vader and Frontierland have a connection, then that's the dust area of Star Wars or Star Tours. Okay, that's as close as you're gonna get to Frontierland.
And then you mentioned if Darth Vader jumped on the horse, and then Phil brought up, we're just expanding the space world.
Halloween, he'll come down Main Street to introduce the Halloween parade. Instead of the head of sportsman, you got Darth Vader running down the street like, okay, sure. Mm-hmm. And I thought about this a few days later. Imagine Chewbacca telling us the great moments of American history.
By the way, to translate that for everybody, 77 years ago, there was a man named Abraham Lincoln. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Imagine Chewbacca also sing along with Barbershop Quartet, and the barbers having large scissors.
Yes. Oh, remember, speaking of Chewbacca, remember when we talked about the Liberty Bell?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what did we going to do? What did we think of Liberty Bell and Star Wars?
Oh, my God.
Somebody was usually forced to man the boat. And Yoda was going to be on Kamso Island.
Yes. Well, on this island, there is no try. There's only do. We will fix this island by using the Force and lightsabers to destroy trees, because lightsabers can kill. Like, we just had a good time with it, because Because this one right here was the one that kickstarted all this.
In case you all want to know how this all started, it was me just saying, what if for Disney World, when they were building Galaxy's Edge on both coasts, what if Disney World, they did not build Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios, and what if they did the same thing as California? They built Galaxy's Edge on the back of Rivers of America. That way, Magic Kingdom would have still had Rivers of America, and then these two freaks up here, the freaks. I'm just kidding. Then they did their whole Darth Vader thing.
Hey, listen. You set it up, we just executed. That's all we did.
Yeah.
I bring the magic. I bring the spice.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
No, but it was no. This is the magic. This is the magic. This is the magic of us trio. Like when Phil and I was just doing a reading about an article about Rivers of America. It was a story about Rivers of America. Then Phil up here read it and said it's supposed to say feature, I think. And Phil was like, "Oh, Rivers of America was such a failure."
Allegedly there is footage of Bob Iger saying "yay, yay" in Rivers of America. There is allegedly footage out there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. Mickey Views pointed out in the comment. I'm the one that said, "Why? What is up with the water? Fountain of Nations. What is up with the water?" And then Mickey Views had commented and said that the management hates water.
Yeah.
So if the management hates water, what is next? World Showcase Lagoon? We can put. I made a video about replacing World Showcase Lagoon with BBC.
Stop for 1 minute.
No, Fulton is Seven Seas Lagoon. They want to fill in next.
I'm going to pretend this is a remote control. I'm going to pause you, Fulton. Pause. What do you mean that they hate water? That means you need to take out all the water fountains. That means all the showers don't need water. What the hell are we doing here?
Well, have you seen a pattern I going on here?
This is not.
But then every time I watch Orange Grove 55, every time I watch OG 55 or Hello Dorado, I hear always they're mentioning that Daddy Joss likes to shower, or he likes to, I don't know. So the management hates water at the parks, but then they're always taking whatever.
So Daddy Josh likes showers just like Bob Iger likes his showers in his office.
That's what I don't know. That's what I hear when I watch other.
First of all, I'm just gonna say this to Orange Grove. Y'all are great guys over there. I do not know how, as a grown ass man, I would be able to even fathom to know that and to care to say it out loud. Listen, go forth, prosper, and multiplying, your, commentary, but commentary, but what? Ooh, excuse me, sorry, y'all.
It's just a little joke. It's just to say that Daddy Joss takes good care of his grooming.
Oh yeah. It was a common joke on WD Pro, and that's how I.
Okay, gotcha. Like I said, it's none. I have love for all the content creators of the theme park center. It's just when you're first hearing it, it's just like, what? Why do we know this information? Why do we care? And honestly, who allowed their brain to compartmentalize to have an open space to insert that as a memory? But it's a joke, so all good in the neighborhood. Oh, my Lord.
Well, you know what's funny about the whole water thing? It's funny that the very first concept art for Epcot, the Epcot 2017 concept art for the redo of Epcot, shows all fountains, shows all epic, shows bridges with water everywhere. It's like they knew about Epic was gonna build massive fountains and a whole light show. And you know what's funny? There's a billboard. There's a billboard on near I-4. There's a billboard that shows so it shows Hollywood Studios is Fantasmic. It shows Magic Kingdom is Happily Ever After. But then when it comes to Epcot, it does not say Humanus. I guess they don't put it because people are gonna think it's harmonious. But it's funny, for Epcot they say water, water, magic, something. And when you see that, it's like, oh, they want to.
The thing is, like, what they don't recognize is Walt Disney was the one that had the dancing waters at the Disneyland, hotel. By the way, shout out to Yesterworld, great content creator. Love his deep dive documentaries, along with Poseidon Entertainment, which, by the way, Poseidon Entertainment was the one that did the Jimmy Fallon documentary, not BioReconstruct. But BioReconstruct does great aerial footage. Although I will say this, BioReconstruct, I would like for you to get into theme park commentary. You give great aerial footage, but I believe you got some great commentary that you can give. Sincerely, if you can get that footage, you can give great commentary. Because everybody comes to you for the footage, so might as well go forth, prosper, and multiply with your commentary. So.
Yeah. But it was interesting because then Epic Universe was saying we're bringing the park back into the park, but then it's like Epcot, when they were redoing the Epcot, it was like, oh, we're bringing the park back. They didn't mention that they're bringing the park, but that's kind of like what they did in the middle. They made it like a park, which turned out to be like a community college park.
Well, this is the thing, right? I think that their plans were great. They just need to execute them more. And this is the thing. There is a energy being talked about of Walt Disney being more of a mascot than the identity of Disney. And I will agree and disagree with that. I agree with the fact that it does have a mascot-like energy to it because you do see Walt Disney everywhere, but also too, I disagree with that because how could you not include Walt? So for people like the park, like the bench where Walt Disney is, I thought that was a cool photo op, honestly, because we can't meet Walt Disney. So to sit there with Walt and have that memory, that's one of one that you can only do there. You know what I mean? I think Disney needs to get back to that. And by the way, Darth Vader, if you could, take over Mission Space from time to time with a dark version of Mission Space, I think that would give Mission Space some life, besides the intensity that, deletes people from time to time. And I mean, deletes people as like in lives, but yeah, so. And they could do a Star Wars overlay at Space 220 restaurant. They could if they wanted to.
I am still looking for that information. It's weird.
Ooh, Chef Darth Vader at Space 220 restaurant. Yes. Make that happen, Disney. Make that happen. That would be a great digital content skit of Chef Darth Vader at Space 220. Oh man. Yes, indeed. Hey, everybody, welcome in. We're just chillaxing here, talking about some theme park stuff.
So you guys want to discuss a bit about tropical Americas? How do you think the experience of the area is? How do you think the area is going to turn out? Is it going to be? I think it's going to be a relaxing area.
I'll say this, right? I'm hoping it turns out well. I think the problem with the tropical Americas maybe is that because, and this is just a thought, maybe because you have Asia and the intensity of, Expedition Everest, and then you have, Pandora, that you don't want a park to be too relaxing because you do want some thrill there. Like I said before, Disney does not know how to have, they don't know how to relate to kids growing up. So I do think that they are trying to add the coolness of the Encanto, energy along with the thrill of Indiana Jones. And I felt like, when they did the Tropical Americas, to your point of bringing relaxing energy back to the park, it's like you took out Tom Sawyer Island, which was a great mechanic to break up the monotony of the fast-paced energy, and now you're going to try to bring that to a park that really just seems more intellectual property based than an original idea. But that's just me, though. But we'll see how it turns out.
It is so strange. I know I saw it. Dang it.
Also, I'd like to shout out to Ayisa Stellar. Love listening to her podcast. I listened to her.
Florida? Okay, Florida will come back in.
Yeah.
But
It's
no,
weird. I know I saw this video and I can't find it anymore.
But no, shout out to Alicia Stella. A great content creator for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the original video of
y'all.
Or you had earlier.
Okay, there we go. Florian, are you back, good sir? Okay, there you are. So you were saying something. You were saying shout out to
I was
Alicia.
saying, yeah, Ayisa Stellar, like her podcast. I was listening Yasna. I was listening to the one on the Pokemon and Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift.
Mm-hmm.
And she was mentioning her thoughts on what her thoughts for Supercharge, what they would do with that. And she said that they would do something temporary with Supercharge, and they would since it's like already built, it's like a tram tour, they would just need to make a new film, and they would do a film for Back to the Future, and it would be like a temporary 2-year Back to the Future experience. And so that's what her thoughts was. And also
what did she think about Hollywood Drift?
She's not surprised. She's not surprised by it. She said that a lot of people were expecting that it was going to be Ghostbusters or it was going to be Back to the Future. Now hey, the good thing is you're gonna be able to say goodbye to Supercharge. So
Right.
you have this experience that's going to be better.
Right. That is the one resounding thing that everyone has said, that thank God Supercharged is dying. You know, so
has there ever been a time where people are so okay with an attraction going away, and there's a time where they announce an attraction and people are like, not really thrilled about it or not surprised about it?
Right. This is the thing too. I think it depends on the fan base of the ride and also the frequency of how people have engaged with the ride. Just because there's a fan base doesn't mean that there's a frequency of people engaging with the ride, right? And I think with Fast and Furious Supercharged, people thought it was going to be what we're getting now with Hollywood Drift. And so when you're just sitting there and it's just screens on either side, I mean, like I said, it's a cool ride for the fact of you can stay in there for a good minute and get out the heat, but that's about it. But even with a ride that gets you out the heat, you do want some, interactivity. You do want some tactile, bite to a ride or attraction. So.
And then they were talking about FanFest. A year ago they had FanFest, they had Back to the Future, and this year is not gonna be Back to the Future. They're gonna do Scooby-Doo instead. So their thinking was that Universal is just rotating different IPs to see what the audience response is. That way, after that, they can make a permanent decision on if they're going to go to the Back to the Future route.
Yeah. Well, that's not too surprising though, because I mean, you guys remember when I did a live talking about Volcano Bay Nights, which was the answer to H2O Glow Nights at Typhoon Lagoon, and Scooby-Doo was at Volcano Bay, right, with all the monsters and everything else. So I'm not too surprised by that Scooby-Doo is now going to be at FanFest Nights. And honestly, tell you the truth, if they really wanted to do something at Dark Universe and they want to, expand and add Scooby-Doo over there, they definitely could do that very easily. I don't think people would be mad at that. I think that would actually make a lot of sense. And I know that people are pushing for Wicked. We did a whole live here about, a Wicked Dominion and everything else. But also, too, I'm realistic as well of whatever works for cohesion and for ultimate fan impact. That's what I'm about and what I'm on. So. Yeah.
I am all about that Universal does the opposite of Disney for their own direction, their own benefit, and for Universal Studios to have to be such a classic park. I mean, if they went back, if a couple of years from now they go really the legacy route, and that side of the park becomes like, they bring back OG attractions, but even if it's not like the exact attraction, but it's bringing it back some form or another, that will be really an opener for Disney, because they never done that. It's not like if one day you wake up and Disney says, okay, we're going to bring back Horizons, but we're going to bring back Horizons this way. Now they've done that, but they've done that on paintings on the building, and they've done that with merchandise. Every year is Figment every year, merchandise, but people are always waiting for the ride. The ride to be taken care of, back to its roots.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish that one day, Thornton. There's several things I want to finish. I want to rebuild Commuter Core, both east and west, and the fountain. And Thornton, you made the artwork for it, so I'm going to use it. And several other things I have cut. But the Mr. Toad's ride, being an outdoor, coaster ride, is a real thing. I just can't find it. And apparently it was only done by one person. Only one person ever talked about online. And I'll just provide the name here. If you want to go deep dive and watching a bunch of shorts. I mean, she did talk about the history about Mr. Toad, and it was Disney Cicerone. Cicerone as Disney, but Cicerone Cicerone. If you ever heard of her, she's very does a very good deep dives into Disney history, and she did like many parters of Mr. Toad's ride, and did a really deep dive of the Tower of Terror as well. Yeah.
Phil is very good at deep dives. I mean, he did a whole deep dive. We did a whole deep dive on the history of before Disney Springs, which was downtown Disney, and then Disney Village Marketplace, and then he dragged me. He dragged me through Saratoga Springs, and even though it was a snooze. At the end, I discovered what the Disney Institute was, which I had no idea about. That was hilarious because they were those people they were overhyped up. I mean, like you say, at the end of the day, you would not go there. If you were on vacation, you would not want to go. I'm not saying someone might want to go there, but you want to go there to learn to cook, or unless, I don't know.
Well, you know what? This is the thing, right? Disney was trying to, hang on, let me come on camera to say this point, because I think it's an important point. With the Disney Institute, right, it was interacting on your vacation, right? And it was trying to give some experiences like the golf course, right? Like the speedboat, like Walt Disney Speedway, which if you guys would have been smart, Disney, and kept that, you could have made Disney Speedstorm vehicles to race around Walt Disney World Speedway, but y'all the smart ones, yes you are, said no one ever. So I say that to say that with Saratoga Springs, Fortune, you gotta remember, right? You have, the Grand Floridian, right? Now, some people may believe that that's too bougie of a hotel, right? But Saratoga Springs is based off of Saratoga Springs, New York. And so to bring that experience to Florida, where Florida is more known for heat and tropical and this, that, and the third, and for spas and everything else, they were trying to cater to every audience. Now, Saratoga Springs is not going to go away anytime soon. Now, could they update it to be more of a tropical, resort? Sure, they could. But also, too, I think Disney and what they've done well, like, for example, how everybody loves the Polynesian hotel, they are able to bring culture to the people very well. So while it may not be a hotel that you like, it ain't going nowhere no time soon.
And so I told Thornton is that Saratoga Springs Resort is my parents' home resort because guess what? They're BVC's people.
And in Florida, let's be real.
I know
brother,
that place in and out because I got in there with my parents. They say they opened the first buildings in May of 2004, and we got there around August of 2004.
Right.
They were still building the place.
Right. In Fullerton, you have to look at it like this, right? If somebody said, hey, listen, I'm going to give you a 3-week vacation at Walt Disney World, right? They're going to pay for your food. They're going to pay for your drinks. But you're going to check in at the Saratoga Springs Resort for 3 weeks. You're going to still take that free vacation that you don't got paid for, right? You're not going to sit up here with me and Phil and not take a free vacation at that resort, right?
I will only go to Saratoga Springs just simply because I'm next to Disney Springs.
No, I feel you.
I can tell you, I walked over there probably 10 or at least once every day after I got back from the day park, when I was down there back in May.
Well, it's not surprising. It's not surprising for that area because that whole area, not just in the World of Disney store. There's for the first time, someone told me that used to be the animations building, the animators building. That's why you see paintings on the desk and everything. Those were used to be the desk that the painters would paint on. So that whole area, and that whole area have a people mover and a monorail, and that's what Disney World is. Disney World was a world that was it was a community. It was the Epcot Walt City, and that's what Disney World was. It was more offering. What can you do in this world? In this world, you can do everything. You can do everything, and that was before 9/11. So once 9/11 hit, then that's when they had it changed everything.
If you want to see that building from back in the 70s. It's weird looking at that area back in 73. Even the lake is much different.
Oh yeah, there's an island.
Yeah, there's an island in the middle of the lake. It's not like, and the whole area was all woods. They just left the island and made the rest of it a lake. Now they must have removed the island in a short period of time because there was no island when they brought the Lillian Riverboat, which is, the name they called it before it became the Fulton Crab House.
Understood.
I'm going to find history.
Is everybody sad about Dinosaur?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an iconic attraction for sure. I think an actor from Dinosaur actually was there on the last day, and
was it Dr. Secret there?
I believe so.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
I believe so. So, but yeah, it's in any time that something foundational to people's childhoods and to people's experiences and to people's connection to something, of course it's going to hurt, you know what I mean? So it was a very sad day for that. And the best part of like social media is the fact that we do have people who are historians and who are archivists in their own way, that they go out and they get this footage so that way people can log on to YouTube anytime. It's like, I want to see Dinosaur. Okay, well, you can have Dinosaur anytime you want. Now I do think that is one of the positive things about social media is it forces people to not forget the history and the importance of what was there before.
Yeah, I mean, and I am linking some things of what you should be able to see what we were looking at that day about Disney Springs. Now, if you want to look at it, just
what is it now?
I sent to you what Florence and I were looking at a few weeks ago about Disney Springs.
Okay, gotcha.
So we can point to you about where the
oh yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, I pulled up now this right here. Hang on, I'll pull it up so you guys can see it, our audience here. But yeah, we talked about this because remember I showed Yesterworld video where he talked about this village here and Pleasure Island. So yeah, we talked about this. I remember this.
Yeah, here, look, there's an island there. That's weird.
Oh, right there in the middle. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
It's like mini rivers of America.
Yeah, it's like interesting. And the riverboat is kind of like just a little bit north of or past where I was going to tell you is where the Disney store is today.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, there was a picture. Yeah, okay. So on the far left there, you see that big building which has a lot of rooftops on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Disney store on the far left side today.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And right around there, what looks like to me, it looked like something that was orange. Right there, it comes out of the woods there. That's where the riverboat is right now.
Gotcha.
The boat restaurant. And the dock there, coming out from the opposite side of the shoreline is where the bridge is right now today, and it connects on over to the edge of the woods here today.
And we were trying to figure out where Chef Mickey's used to be, and
Now, Chef Mickey's is over here. There was a good picture I'm trying to look for. But Chef Mickey's is where Rainforest Cafe is today. I found out.
Gotcha.
Rainforest Cafe became Rainforest Cafe in '96. Chef Mickey's went to Contemporary in '95. Because Florentine and I, for whatever reason, just were curious about, like, why did we see Mickey and Minnie walking around on the boat there at the Disney Village?
Mm-hmm.
Chef Mickey's can't be on the boat. So it's interesting about that location before the Rainforest Cafe is that the article I found, and I sent it to Florence, is that before it was Chef Mickey's, it was another character breakfast, and then before that, it was a different character breakfast. So one of these character breakfasts was just various sort of characters from Disney. And a different character breakfast was nothing but seven dwarfs characters, which you can find now at Fort Wilderness today. So, so it got transplanted over there.
Right.
Shoot.
So I think your Pixie Hollow dreams might happen at the animators courtyard. They're doing an indoor Alice in Wonderland playground.
Yes, I did see that. I mean, the biggest thing is you have to recognize that where the audience now is, it's so, the audience is so digital nowadays that you have to really stump the yard and do it well in order for it to translate into real life. So as long as the kids of today appreciate it and there's a kinetic energy that they're not faking it, then that's how I'll care about it, right? The main thing, just execute. That, I think that's the biggest thing that people are looking for, is just execute.
Well, anyway, speaking of that cheesy video from the Disney Institute of like many things that you can do there, the only thing I can say is it only benefited people locally in Orlando, because I'm never going to visit that place if I was on vacation. The Disney Institute.
But much respect to the people who did that commercial, did that video, because that at that time you could see, even though we can say we watch it and we saying, oh, it's cheesy, or maybe it's overhyped, you could really feel the energy of their during that time, that Disney World was primarily centered and focused on families of all generations, and it wasn't, and that is way better than now, which is
show me.
I cannot even describe how now is.
Well, anyways, one of the scenes there was like, I learned to draw Mickey Mouse, and other things. Well, here's my drawings of what I created a few years back, and yeah.
Oh,
that's very nice.
Yeah, I don't know if that's now blood now. Oh, disappeared. So if we zoom in, that's the garage at the bottom of the picture there. I kind of I tried to mix in Tower of Terror with Haunted Mansion in that picture.
Right.
And make it tall enough also to see the ocean that is a half mile away where this is located. And like I said, I have plenty of I know Saratoga Springs off the back of my hand. As you know, I was there back in 2004, and it was entertaining every night when it was still there, Pleasure Island, to watch the fireworks go off every night.
And it was New Year's Eve every night as well, for those of you who may not have known, they literally did New Year's Eve every night. So
Yeah. Well, that was
so
the advertisement. Yeah, and it was.
yeah. So even on New Year's Eve, I swear on New Year's Eve, it was probably 10 times the amount of energy because they did every night. So like, how do you top it on actual New Year's Eve when you already do New Year's Eve? So
yeah, let's go back. But yeah, I go back here. Yeah, here's a good picture. I got a question that's been on my mind for several months now. If you wanted to bring back the Disney Renaissance, how would you want to do it? Because I got books over here. I'll bring them over of fairy tales. Got the Brothers Grimm over here, and somewhere I don't know if I put it in the bookshelf, but I know I have a Hans Christensen over here somewhere. I can't find it now. No, I don't have the Hans Christensen in the bookshelf over here. But how would you want to bring back the Disney Renaissance here? Because for now, I only found Brothers Grimm book here.
I think I would definitely. I think we talked about this. I don't know if it was Florian who said this or Phil, but I think one of you said Hercules, and bringing that to bringing the Greece part of it. Bringing Hercules. I definitely would bring Hercules to to World Showcase for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or a resort hotel, because we were pitching concepts when we were doing a Magic Kingdom resort.
True.
Yeah. Well, I was proposing to keep it original because as you mentioned earlier, we don't like Frozen in Norway in place of Maelstrom. Now they could have made Maelstrom better, sure. But based on that, we don't want IPs, take everywhere. I propose something different.
For sure. No, for sure.
So
Greece. When you said Disney Renaissance, I thought you meant the Disney Renaissance of, those movies and stuff. So
yeah. But when Florentine mentioned Greece and stuff, he was getting into World Showcase. So I'll get off topic and talk about just Hercules in Greece. Okay, sounded to me we were jumping off to World Showcase, and I was just instead of a Hercules, I'm going to say an Odyssey ride for that. But I was talking about movies, and we did a Hercules movie back. It was animated. So how are you going to do? So what you're proposing? Live action Hercules?
Yeah, I mean, you'll get to meet Hercules and all the, you'll get to meet the muses. I think that would be a cool experience. Definitely a Hercules restaurant where you get to eat Greek food. I think that would be cool as well. So that's kind of my one thing from the Disney Renaissance, if you will. So yeah.
Yeah, well, you're going to be in for quite a show when time comes. If we're talking about World Showcase, it sounds like we are, because totally original ride of the Homer stories of the Odyssey, where you try to make it home on for more, where he has to fight the one-eyed creature and not be tempted by the sirens and not be turned into a go type, yes, you know. And yeah. And try to make it back from hell. But yeah, that's quite an interesting show in the future.
No, absolutely.
Anyways, any other movie ideas you want to do for bringing back the Disney Renaissance, though?
That's
is
a
there
bit.
any movies from the fairy tale days that we would do? Possibly.
Well, that's the biggest argument that the Renaissance era should have. The Renaissance era doesn't have enough attractions or meet and greets. I mean, aside from the Little Mermaid, which is a little bit overdue. If they did so much for the Little Mermaid, I don't know if it's because of Jodie Benson. Then you have Aladdin, which is lacking, and then you have.
And you 14 always keep on mentioning about Pocahontas as a water film ride.
Well, yeah, that was my. That's how I would have. That's how I would have. Tiana's Bayou Adventure would have been for Disneyland, and for Disney World, it would have been something different. It would have been Pocahontas just around the river bend.
Yep, and it would fit because the location would be.
Somebody else had mentioned that also. So usually, oh yeah, you know what's interesting? What we suggest, like we talk about Ice Age, then it's funny. Then when I go watch the video and then I just browse for the comments and someone asks the person on that channel, oh, have you ever asked about Ice Age? And then she said, no, but that's what I hear in forums and stuff. So it's always fun when you see, it's always fun. Just like I was always talking about the water, like why they're removing the water in Fountain of Nations and all that. And then it's funny when I comment to the comment section and I see Mickey Views commenting saying that the management hates water. So
right,
it's just those are just fun moments.
Oh no, it definitely is, and that's why I wanted to do this live because I still love the theme park sector. I still love the theme park industry. I wanted this live to be kind of maybe not so much a reset for the year because the year is still young, but I do hope that we get more announcements that aren't so predictable, if that makes sense. I mean, like any of the ideas that we talked about tonight, those ideas were to have come out, I would have been, oh my God, yeah, going live because it was something to talk about. But, with Pokemon and, Fast and Furious, Hollywood Drift, with those moves being, said out loud, it really wasn't that surprising for those to happen. So.
Yeah, you know what? I got a bigger book this time. This one is Jules Verne. And what would you think about bringing back a 20,000 Leagues Underneath the Sea movie? I would like it.
Well, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be an interesting idea because my wife checked it out, and it was we watched it together, and she liked the movie, and it was pretty good, being it was made in, I believe, in '53. That's still pretty good after all that time too. But
And you know, it's funny because the very beginning when it was just me and Brayan, and I came for the first time on, and we were doing I think that was like we were doing the Epic Universe hotels and all that. And we were just, you know, we were just so enthusiastic, and then we were so pumped, and I was bringing up, oh, maybe we can do images, and this was before Phil got on board, before even knowing Phil was going to pop in the comment section. And I was just saying before Phil, and I was saying, well, that's how I see it. I mean, I was just saying, you know, this thing here, what we're doing is like it's open to anyone's, because I believe that the best idea, we all have unique ideas. We all pitch it. We all pitch in something. Then one of us gets the idea from someone else, oh, to do this or to do that. So if there's anyone out there that is watching, and they're very creative, and or they have their very own ideas, just let you know that just like Phil, you're welcome anytime. And it's fascinating. It's just fascinating. We each have different ideas, and then when we bring them together, then we see how connected they are, but at the same time how different they are. So
yeah, and I'm talking about like film. I'm talking about films because like you need to fund the parks, you know, with a good, you know, studio, which it needs improvement at Disney. I'd say
it does. And like I said, I think in my commentary, you know, my and talking to my sister, she was like, you know, you could be a little bit nicer to Disney in your commentary. Like, sis, I'm trying. I really am trying, but they're not making it easy. But I said to her that I will do my best in the new year to be kinder to them. Because like I said before, it's not that people don't like Disney. They just don't like this version of Disney. And they know that Disney can be more and do more. But yeah.
Yeah. One of these stories ended up becoming Atlantis or Treasure Planet. Here we got these stories here. I'll list. We got 5 weeks in a balloon, a journey to the center of the Earth, from the Earth to the Moon, round the Moon, 20,000 leagues under the sea, as we mentioned, around the world in 80 days, the mysterious island.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing is with all those properties, some of them haven't been seen in a while, so maybe kind of finding a new angle for those films for people to be able to connect with, and then go from there. So
yeah, I may be in favor of Jules Verne. As meanwhile, I know what to pick for Brothers Grimm here. I'm trying to stick my fingers into everything here, just because love and concern.
Now, Brian, what can you could you clarify what do you mean by they don't know for uh, when you grow up for Disney?
Yeah, so basically, when you go over to Universal, there's roller coasters. There is rides with some bite. There are attractions where, Monsters Unchained, for example, um, where there is a kinetic energy that makes you feel like, oh, there's something interesting here that I can relate to where I'm at now. And Disney, they don't know how to respond to adults growing up. They lean on kids and nostalgia, but they tend to forget that adults want to have fun as well.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's kind of like it's kind of like when they use Back to the Future or Nintendo or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So what would be an example that if you were working for Disney, what is there a certain property?
I'm looking for something.
In terms of an adult property, I mean, Disney has a lot of adult property.
You mean, yeah, it's something that is original and that over the years that all generations can enjoy together.
I think one property that has always stuck with people is I wish they would play with, for example, Mary Poppins a little bit more. I know that they had that one attraction that they tried to do. I think that bringing Mary Poppins into Disney parks would really be a game changer.
Oh my, yes. Mm-hmm.
Because while you have Stitch that can cause havoc, you have Mickey that can save the day. To have somebody with a human touch.
Speaking of Mary Poppins, right now in Epcot is the Festival of the Arts, and they have these like what you call them? I don't know how you call it. Like it's kind of like a picturesque scenery where you can stand behind and you can take a photo. And the most popular one, well, I guess is the most popular one because the people are always happy after the most popular one is the Mary Poppins one, which is which is a scene from the Penguins.
Yes, and you think about the deepness of that story and how P.L. Travers wanted that family to be free. I think having that connected tissue of you got all these characters, but there are human beings in this world. So y'all gotta give me some sleep. But I appreciate Phil and Fullerton for being here. We will do this again.
If you wanted to do an entertainment show, I just brought it up because Braylon was here and he does entertainment.
Yes.
One more thing. You brought up Mary Poppins. One more thing that always sticks in my head is that they don't do an attraction to is Robin Hood.
Speaking of which, there it is. Robin Hood.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
and I got Treasure Planet in my other hand. I mean Treasure Island. I mean,
right. No, absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much to Phil and to Florentin. And thank you all so much as well. We're almost there to 1 million total views on the channel. So by this week, we should be there. I'm looking at the view count right now. So for the horizontal one, I think it is 41 views. And then for the vertical, it's 176 views already off of this live. So thank you all so much. We really do put a lot of work into talking about theme parks, talking about fun stuff, but most of all, just trying to be a place to fall for you all, because life can be rough sometimes. So yeah. So that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you were always born a blessed and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why it's worth it to call yourself. It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. We have spent time with you. You have spent time with us. And hopefully by spending time together, rise and break together. And always remember what you're doing: radio, television, YouTube, live your best life, or just pitching new ideas that are not out there yet. But just because they're not out there doesn't mean that you should not voice them, because you never know who's listening. Make sure the replay is not just for you to watch it, not just for you to listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. We love you, we value, we embrace you all. Always remember, when see love, you gotta give. When see love, you gotta give. When see love, you gotta give. Wherever obstacles you overcome, where success you have achieved upon this particular day, we are extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. We proud of your damn self. And like I said, I hope that the theme park industry recognizes that excitement still matters. Unpredictability still matters. Swinging for the fence still matters. When you do announcements that people expect, you are blowing the opportunity for people to invest in you. And if you want people to come to your party, you gotta give them something to come to. If you want people to come to your party, you gotta give them something that is worth them coming. So, all right, good people. One love, much love.
Always a good time, guys. Always a good time.
No, it's a good time. You got any special plans for when you wake up in the morning and see you have 1 million views?
I'm sure we'll probably, I probably will give me something at my job just to kind of celebrate. And probably Friday I'll give me a little something personal for myself. But yeah, probably tomorrow. After the Married to Medicine show, I'll probably do a bonus stream of celebrating 1 million views at 8:30. I'm gonna wait till we get there first and take the screenshot and then make it do what it do. But we are definitely gonna have a celebration. And yeah, to get to 1 million views off of covering pop culture, entertainment, theme park, legal trials, and everything in between with a Black perspective, but also being able to cross over to different audiences and have a little bit of everybody. It's just such an honor, privilege, and a responsibility I don't take lightly. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun. So. All right, you both. Love you. Gotta get some sleep, and we will talk soon.
Take care, child. Great start to 2026.
Yes, indeed. Much more to come.
Take care. Bye. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Bye-bye. See you later.
All right. See you, Phil.
Bye, Phil. Bye. Take care.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make.
Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, or whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the